Hey, Jade. Double tap and share, y'all. Double tap and share. Hey, K-Dot. Let me make a sticker. I need a sticker. Emoji's not available. All right. This app gets weirder and weirder every fucking day, I swear. Every single day. Double tap and share. Does anybody know who like sits with Witty? Does anybody like sit with Witty? Anybody? Anybody at all? Lip Glossy, I have no idea who that is. Way to go, Uni! Well, I mean, I would hope that what she did burned a lot of bridges, because what the fuck? Sweet Cheeks is, are you the one that got it clipped? Period. Shout out to Sweet Cheeks for getting it clipped. Oh. Thank you for the heart me. Can somebody share it to Witty? At what point do we decide that we're out of control to the point where we have no self-control? To the point where we make decisions that we know would absolutely affect other people? Right, because it's not even about getting canceled, because I'm going to make sure that your fucking ass gets canceled. Absolutely. You're canceled. You're done at this point. Like I said, I'm going to make sure of it. But what about the harm that this causes? Like, all these discussions that we have, right? All these discussions that we have of why it's hateful, why it's harmful, why it's racism, and you still in your fucking brain, for whatever reason, whether it be you're suffering from alcoholism or whatever your excuse may be, why? What in the world would even set that word in your brain to make you think that it should fly out of your mouth as if it's in your regular vocabulary? I really need to fucking know. Where is the comfort in this word coming from for YT people? I don't understand. I'm really struggling to fucking understand. It's so hateful. It's fucking harmful. It's so many fucking things. Like, when did we become in a comfort zone, drunk or not, substance or not, I don't give a fuck what the excuse is, to let that shit fly out of your mouth? She wasn't even singing the damn song. She can't even use lyrics as an excuse. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my whole life. Listen, she's canceled. I'm gonna make fucking sure that she's canceled. But I don't give a fuck if it's in a song or not. I listen to rap. I listen to hip hop, R&B. I'm an 80s baby. Like, I grew up on that shit. And even in a song, I don't sing that word. It's not appropriate. It's not fucking appropriate. Oh, yeah, I know, Cartel. But I do know that a lot of people use that as an excuse, right? We've seen a lot of bigger creators. We've seen a lot of bigger creators, YT creators, that because that word is in a song and they sing it and they think it's okay. Sunny Christina's been caught saying the word from singing a song. There's tons of bigger creators. I don't understand this. It pisses me off. Like, we learn nothing. I'm gonna roll this clip real quick. We're probably gonna run it back a few times. I got a few things to play. Trigger warning, double tap. And you didn't even think twice. You
Hold on. Are you white or black? Can I? you're one. It's Stephanie. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Are you white or black? Can I? Oh, you're white. It's Stephanie. First of all, nobody asked you to have a conversation, and people tell me to grow up. I'm asking. People keep dropping me. 10 a.m. Because I was like this. Because of 10 a.m. Hold on, Violet. Why are you in this conversation? Huh? And I had a conversation earlier because I don't agree with everything that you guys are saying. Because I was like this at 10 a.m.? What are you fucking talking about? No, I do feel like I was ganged up on about, I would say 4 o'clock this afternoon when I came back on my live. And, girl, you know you were nasty towards me. And stop it.
Oh, it's about to get really fucking nasty for you. It's about to get really fucking nasty for you. Real nasty.
No. No. I didn't do a damn thing. People keep on saying shit to me, and I don't know why. Because I have a difference of opinion? Oh, give me a break. Give me a fucking break. And you've been like this since like 10 a.m. Oh, you've been like this since 10 a.m. today. If that's how long you've been online.
Oh, so she's telling
Arguing with everybody, then
somebody share it to Witty. Somebody share this to Witty, please. Oh, yes, she did. Didn't even think twice about it.
I mean, I did not do anything wrong. The whole day was fucked up. So at 10 a.m. today, you notice moi? Okay. Well, I mean, if you didn't notice me, then other people are talking in your ear. At 10 a.m.?
My reasons, but to the person that is trying to use her drinking as a reason and saying that, oh, most people don't really know. No, I don't care what you're saying. She said it. Drunk or not, she said the word. Do not try to tell another black person it is an excuse because she's drunk. No, I don't give a fuck what she said or that she was drunk. She said the word, everybody heard it, no excuse. I don't care if she's never said it before because clearly she says it at home because it rolled off with no hesitations. Anyway, I'm getting down. Goodbye.
Period. Yeah, you've been a fucking hot mess for a minute, right? Everybody chalked it up to maybe being a cry for help, but you don't listen to anybody. You don't listen to anybody. Matter of fact, you block them, right? So I like there's no fucking excuse. Log off and get fucking help. Log off and delete your account cuz you're canceled. I don't understand. Wow, did that just zoom me in? How do you make the damn sticker bigger? It's zooming me in, not the sticker. Um,
Well, I don't want to hang out in your box if you're noticing me at 10 a.m. and saying that I'm a big old drinker at 10 a.m.
what's the problem with that? Let's call a spade, right? Let's call a spade a spade.
She tried to stand up for me the other day. Okay, well then why are you being rude to me tonight? Well, you know what? Go do your 10 a.m. All day fucking live and call me whatever the fuck you want.
A
Because I
racist?
now know where I stand with these fucking women that say, she's drinking, so we don't want to hear from her. The fuck?
Maybe, Witty, it's not the point that you're drinking. Maybe it's the point that you act ignorant. Maybe it's just the point that you act ignorant. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think that maybe that's the reason people don't want to associate with you? Because you refuse to seek help, you refuse to seek guidance and advice, and then you go live and say the shit that you said. You have no control. None. Zero control. Let me run this back for.
Hold on, are you white or black?
Why would that make a difference, Woody? Why would somebody's skin color make a difference for you, Witty? Did you just rip the mask off for how you really feel? Where the fuck are you at? I need you in here. I need you to grab a box. I need you to grab a box. I need you to grab a box expeditiously. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, she's gonna be doing more than hiding. She's canceled. Every time she goes live, I'm gonna have everybody greenlight her. Log off and go get help. Log off and go get help. And please know that from today forward, every single time you go live, I'm going to have 2 to 3 Discords greenlighting every time you go live. That's a guarantee, I promise you. You're canceled. All done. We have had way too many conversations. This topic, the topic of racism has been a hot topic for more than a fucking month, okay? Plenty of discussions. And I know that you're in those lives because I see you. Most of the time, you're trying to get a box to talk about fucking nonsense because you don't know if it's Monday or if it's fucking Thursday. Yeah, she's out of control. She's completely out of control. She's literally smiling with a smirk on her face, singing the song, and then she says the words. She's still got a smile on her face. She doesn't give a fuck. She does not care. She couldn't even say it was like a slip, right? Because not only did you use the hard ER, you said the word in the first place, but you didn't hesitate, and you did it with a fucking smile on your face. That's diabolical.
Hold on. Are you white or black?
Fucking diabolical.
Cunty bitches. And you know you were cunt to me, and you know it.
Oh, you haven't seen the best yet, sweet cheeks.
Sorry, MJ, really quick. Guys in the chat, little lady is just trying to say in my opinion that we need to have more love, okay? Can we not jump down her throat for saying, that this is a lot? She's just saying that, in my opinion, she's just saying that, dragging people can sometimes lead to bad things. Okay, guys, this right now is just an awareness. We're not trying to drag anybody. We're giving
Listen,
awareness.
Here's the point though. If I wanna drag somebody, that's my prerogative. If I want to drag her for this because she definitely fucking knows better because we've had this conversations and this is extremely offensive, not only to the black community as a whole, but to a lot of the women that we actually sit with.
Oh, very much agree. Very much agree. Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry, MJ. You're not, guys. I'm talking straight to you right now. Don't get me wrong. I totally agree. The word should not have come out of her damn mouth. What I'm saying is, right now, everybody was jumping down the commenter's throat because she was saying that this is a consequence of what could happen, like with Rizzy, and I don't want that.
Listen, but those two things don't even compare, right? Because how many people have tried to help Whitty? How many people have tried to step in for Whitty?
Exactly. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying let's have a little bit more love for the people in the chat, okay? Let's not jump down each other's throats for having opinions. What Whitty did is fucked up and wrong. Point period. If y'all don't agree, I understand it. I'm just saying.
Where's that girl's comment? Why can I see her comment?
It's been
Who made a comment
up there.
Little lady. Oh, little I found lady. It. People can boycott her without dragging her. I guess I need that lady to define drag.
Yes.
What do you mean? We need to boycott her. Yes, we should sell this file. If by drag you mean like I'm gonna go look up her information and all that weird shit, like I don't do shit like that.
Oh yeah, no.
Just one thing. Little lady also said she's clearly mentally unstable. MJ, you are just as bad as the people who pushed my beautiful Rizzy. You're new here. And MJ's nothing like those people. So please, before you come in here trying to compare her to all those people that actually force somebody to unalive themselves, how about you listen to what she's trying to say? She's calling out awareness on racism and how Witty has done this several times. Maybe not saying the N word on live, but being and projecting racism. And I'm done.
And I agree with you, Amber. I'm not trying. I'm sorry if this is. I'll just shut up. Never mind. All I'm gonna say, guys, is we need more freaking love. This is getting to the point where people are. Never mind. I'm done. Bye, guys.
I don't know how to put this. With everything going on in the app, there's definitely some fine lines, okay? If you think that by your shitty behavior, people holding you accountable is bullying, we're gonna have a really big fucking problem. We're gonna have a really big fucking problem, right? Because mental illness, drug and alcohol abuse, that is not an excuse to get away with any type of shitty behavior, okay? I'm not talking about the lady's looks. I'm not talking about the way she dresses. I'm not talking about the way that she wakes up and does her fucking hair. I'm not talking about her beverage of choice. I'm not talking about whether or not she's a substance abuser. I'm not talking about any of that stuff. What I'm talking about is the shitty decision she made that offends a lot of people. A lot of people. She chose to hit live on a public fucking platform, okay? And acted racist and harmful towards TikTok Live. We need to start learning the differences, okay?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Okay, first of all, this whole she's mentally unstable, being mentally unstable does not give you the right to number one, be racist, and number two, tell someone to go off themselves. Please be so fucking realistic. This is not the first time Woody has told someone to go off themselves. Okay? People will just go into her chat asking her if she's okay because she's highly intoxicated and she tells someone to go off themselves. This has happened on multiple occasions. And my friends know how I feel about the word. And I don't want to hear this she's drunk bullshit excuse because what you say when you're drunk is what you would say when you're sober. So we're not gonna always use that shit as an excuse either. She knows what she's doing. She pressed the live button. She's coherent enough to get on live. She knows what's happening. She knows what she said is wrong. Because
She's
if
been
she didn't,
shown a lot of love and grace and patience for a really fucking long time. A
but
really long time.
we're just excusing people's behaviors because they're mentally unstable or they're drunk. Okay, go get some help. Maybe I think it's time that we do that. It's time to go get some help. This is not trying to bash her. Nobody wants to make her harm herself.
Ooh, you got Timu Wi-Fi all of a sudden.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Barely.
Okay.
Oh,
The
brother.
person that
I
told
know.
her to go unalive herself, you're just as fucking. That's why would you tell
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get up here. I'm really trying. I'm trying, but I just got one question. So she's mentally unstable. Whoever said it in the comments, I left for a minute and came back. So she was mentally unstable, and that's the excuse we're running with. Would she do that in real life, like outside, she, around people? She I, I'm just so confused. Are we only mentally unstable for the internet or no? Yeah, that was my only question. I'm gonna go back downstairs because
Yeah, like, aren't we all a little mentally unstable?
I for sure am. But I work that
Like,
shit out once a month. I told you I go to therapy. I know I got some fucking screws loose. but I don't go around saying crazy shit. I mean, well, you know, sometimes every now and then, but not, you know, like, so we're drunk, we're mentally unstable, drunk mouth, sober tongue, and are we just mentally unstable when we're online acting the fool, or do we do this shit in real life? Questions, so many questions. I'm just so confused. But have at it, get them. Now you see why. Now you see why I don't do this no more, right? Now you see. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. This is why I just choose to okay, let me just block them and move on. Not arguing no more. But get them, girl. Get them. Thank you for having me up for 1 second. Because when when I heard the mentally unstable part, I was just like, right, with a smile, like smirked beforehand. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not bugging out. All right, I just had therapy on what, the 19th. Yeah, I'm still good for the month. Okay, yeah, I'm not bugging. All right, thank you. All right, I'm gonna get that.
And trying to compare difference between awareness and accountability and bullying, okay? By insinuating that this is in any comparison to the Rizzy situation would be accusing me of going live for the next month or two and telling this lady to unalive, or speaking about her traumas and making fun of them, or they're totally different things. Little lady with 4 followers, can you get a box? Can you get a box and explain to me why you would compare the two things? Right? Because I've never seen you in my room a day ever. Right? Which tells me that you don't know how I do things, how I run awareness, or how I talk about a topic, or any of that. And you trying to compare situations when they're not even close to being equal is harmful. That's harmful. And I'm going to hold her accountable all fucking day long. As should everybody else. How many times have people told her to get help? Witty, that is. How many times have people joined her boxes and tried to talk her through crisis, and they get blocked? Or they go on her chat and try to talk her through situations, or talk her down, or get her to calm down, or just get her to go to sleep, and they get blocked? How many times? How many times does somebody need to be coddled for their shitty behavior before they finally figure out that what they're doing is no longer acceptable? Because that starts today. It's no longer acceptable. From today forward, every time she hits the live button, she's getting green lighted. Every time. This clip and all these clips are also going to get sent to TikTok. Absolutely. Why would Animal be blocked?
Hi guys.
Hi, did you bring me cupcakes
I
or?
have so many cupcakes, so many chocolate pretzels,
I know that's right.
dipped chocolate Oreos. But anyway, that's not what I came up here for. So I missed what happened obviously this weekend. Where can I watch the clips? Because I like to be informed. Thank you for the corn.
Let me
I love corn.
this these two clips are really
Yes.
fast. So I'm gonna run both of them for you. It'll be less
Okay,
than
thanks.
30 seconds. Here we go. That's clip number 1.
Hey, yo!
This is clip number 2. Here we go.
Hold on. Are you white or black? Can I-
Yeah, comparing those two situations is crazy. That young lady was bullied. Homegirl just had too much vodka Smirnoffs and decided to act an ass. I'm gonna get down before I say something stupid because what? Are we for real right now?
Yeah, 2 things. Somebody asked what my Discord is. It's period. My mod's got it. Um, mm, 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 mm. The coddling is over, right? For you to compare the two situations, yeah, number 1, that's completely unfair. Number 2, this will be the only live I have about it, right? Because that's how I do shit. I don't need to keep going live and dragging and dragging and dragging. What we do is we greenlight. Okay? Clearly she can't handle clearly she can't handle having a live platform and keeping her shit together, right? So what we do is we just help her out and we greenlight her to make sure that she doesn't have a live platform. Because I absolutely think there's other things you need to focus on, Witty. And you 100% need help. And I highly recommend that you seek it, right? Because at the point where you're offending other people, at the point where you're being offensive to other people and you just don't even give a fuck about it, that's a problem, right? We can combat bullies all day long.
So, I don't know if you've seen, but last night when everything was going down, Amanda was originally trying to help her and like defend her, and then that's why Witty wished unaliving against her, and I was trying to calm her down at that point. I've just seen this video today, the one that you're showing right now. So I didn't know about that last night, but I was trying to calm her down, and then she wished unaliving upon Amanda, and that's when I dropped, and she's been blocked since then. But Amanda wouldn't let her in a box either, and she got angry, and that's when the whole Amanda unaliving thing started. And I just wanted you to know that part as well.
I think I have, so that's part of what I was playing. I think it's the live recording from her live last night. And we're only like 3 or 4 minutes into it. Do you know how long into the live she said that?
I have no idea. So because she was on a bender all day, I tried not to go into her live until the whole Amanda thing. And I knew she was upset. So I was like, okay, let me see, like what's up. So, and yeah, Janice, she unmodded me and blocked me on that one account, but I blocked her on the other one.
I was told
This
I need
one
to
that
be
she's
here.
on.
What do I need? What do you need? I'm sorry.
Perfect. I will drop now.
Alyssa told me I need to be in this live. What's going on?
I'm going to play something for you.
I don't want to hear it. Is this why you want me to come into the live? Because you want to bash me and you want to have an argument? Because I'm in the middle of working.
Oh, no, I'm not arguing with you.
What's the point of me listening to it then?
Where did you find it necessary to spill the N-word with the hard ER in your live?
Oh, that's what they're accusing me of doing. And so why not? What's the point now? What's the point in all of this? You want me to come up here and just, be happy with how everybody was treating me as well? Okay.
So you take an accusation and you just think that spewing the word out is going to help.
What does it matter anymore? What does it matter anymore?
It definitely
no matter
matters.
what I do. Okay, I was a bad person. Yup, I'm a bad person. Okay? Does that make you feel better? My apologies. For being a shitty fucking human being.
Witty, nobody was treating you badly. You were getting mad because Amanda said she didn't want people in her box, and you kept requesting, and she kept having to tell you no. And every time she had to tell you no, she would get a little bit more upset because you were not respecting her boundaries.
Okay, I'm a shitty person. Got it.
I didn't say that, but you should not have said that word. And honestly,
I should not have said
like,
that word. Okay.
no, you shouldn't. And I think that you need to get off this app and you need to find like help for yourself because
Okay,
this
I
is
will.
what happens. You keep coming back and doing worse.
Why did but Alyssa just told me I need to be in this live, so I came back into the live. I came into the live. Should I get off the app or come into the live? Which one do you want?
You told Amanda to unalive last night. Do you realize that? Do
No.
you realize you wish somebody to unalive?
No, I don't realize that.
Yeah, Witty, you got really nasty last night, and it crossed a lot of lines for a lot of people who have been there for you this whole fucking time.
Okay.
Thank you,
Well,
Amber.
I
I'm gonna drop.
apologize if I said that. I went too far.
I think it is a good idea that you log off, and I just want to be transparent with you. Every time you do go live, I'm going to have you green lighted, so you can either voluntarily.
You had me what? I'm sorry.
get
Say it
help.
again.
You can voluntarily stay off the app and get help, or I'm going to make sure as a guarantee to take every page you have, because
Okay.
you aren't a victim in this, right? You're creating victims, and I have a problem with that.
Okay. I'll stay off the app. Yes, ma'am.
Witty,
Yeah.
you know I've offered you help for free.
I'm not going to get the help that you want me to get the way you want it. I'm not going out to Arizona. I'm not doing all that.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know the offer still stands. I have helped people on this app that are currently in treatment right now, 100% free, girl.
Well, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
What makes you
All right.
not
I'll
want
stay
to
off
get
the
help,
app.
Witty?
I'll stay off the app.
What makes you not want to get help, Witty?
I said I'll stay off the app.
I asked you a question. What makes you not want to get help? If you have people that care about you that are telling you and offering,
They don't give a shit about me.
clearly they do. If they're offering you resources and telling you that they can get you help for free, which is huge. People, do you know how many people
There
beg for
is
that?
no such thing as free help, just
There
so you know.
absolutely is. There
There is
absolutely
not.
absolutely is.
I've done
There
it many
absolutely is.
times. It doesn't
Witty.
help to keep putting me in my more financial jeopardy than what I already am. So you want me to quit my
Witty,
job?
Somebody
give away
get,
every- I
somebody
can't even
find
speak.
OG. Somebody get OG in here. OG knows of a person that I have helped on this app that is in treatment right now, and they even bought the plane tickets to bring them here.
So who do you want to come and pack up my life, quit my career, my job that I have right now that's barely making the ends meet, get into more financial debt for a third treatment? I don't think so.
What do you
I just wanted
think?
to
Let me
give you
ask
the
you
offer
something.
still
Let me ask you something. What do you think that the consequences are going to be
I won't get back on the app.
if you don't? It's not about TikTok at this
I
point.
know what the consequences are going to be. It cannot come soon enough.
What do you think that the consequences will be if you keep going and you don't get help? Why does everybody around you have to suffer because you're out of control and you refuse to get help? Do you know how offensive that stuff is yesterday? Do you know that just a couple weeks ago somebody took their life on this app? And you're telling people to unalive and using racial slurs and just not caring, not thinking? Do you know what that does to people? How many people that affects? And so, at what point is it not even about you, but it's about everybody around you as well with how harmful you're being? And you have people offering you help that is free, and you can't say that there's no help for free, because I know people that have absolutely hit rock bottom and got help for free.
And I know for a fact it's a 100% free treatment center. 100%. You don't have to have a single thing when you go there.
Liddy, you know just as well as anybody else on this app that OG did help somebody and they are on their way. So you know just as well as anybody else that you could reach out to OG, to Sammy. Sammy is willing to offer you that free help. Why not take it?
Well, I feel like she's not ready, and that's okay. If she's not ready, that's fine. I just wanted her to know the offer still standed today. I've offered it, I think a year ago was the first time I
Yes,
offered.
you did. It was in OG's live.
So I just wanted her to know that it still stands, and I 100% want OG to come in here and vouch for me that my center is 100% free and that I have helped somebody on this app that is there and doing well, and they have not paid a cent. OG, vouch for me, please. To Witty, she says nothing's free.
Oh, that's bullshit. We just sent somebody that everybody knows to this center.
Right.
I'm not going to put their
I'm not
business
saying
out
who it
there,
is, but we did.
absolutely. But I'm going to use my voice, and some people might not like what I'm about to say, and I really don't care. I'm done, and I'm tired of coddling you when you're drunk. You have become very vile.
Amen.
The fucking video that I woke up seeing today literally has hurt me to my fucking core. And I've tried to stay off the app as much as possible today because of how I'm feeling. But I literally have everybody sending me this live saying my name's being thrown around. But it's fucking disgusting. And it's absolutely disgusting, Witty, that people on the front end and the back end have tried to help you. You shit on them. You're vile to them when you get drunk. And now you're dropping the N-word with a heart ER. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Telling Amanda to unalive herself?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, thank you, Sammy, because I'm not feeling the greatest right now. So thank you for bringing that up, too, because that is a fucking friend of mine. That is somebody that doesn't get drunk and treat me like a piece of shit. It's just wild. Exactly, Violet. She is two totally different people, but that still doesn't excuse. The thing is if you can't handle your alcohol, then don't get on the app. And that's true, Mallory. She does. She definitely degrades her
Is
friends
she muted?
under the alcohol.
She
Or under
can unmute.
Hey, quick question. I'm gonna get down. Hey MJ, how you doing? Witty. So when you said that word, do you say it often?
Let me see if I can
Hello, Witty.
invite to her mic.
She's ignoring us on purpose.
Well, I'm
Hello?
MJ, thank you so
Hello,
much for letting
sorry.
me come up.
There she goes.
I'm gonna drop. My offer stands, Witty.
Oh, see, Witty, do you say that word often?
No.
So what made
Sorry,
you
hold
want to
on.
say it? What made you say it last night?
Can somebody mute me for a second?
What the heck?
I mean, I can say that, I've talked to her off the app several times until I had to finally put a boundary there, and I've never heard her say it, but the way it just fucking, easily flew out of her mouth.
Oh, she says it often. I just want her to admit to. She says it often.
Yeah, Hazel, if you go watch, who showed me the video? I think it's on Sweet Cheeks page.
Oh, it's right there. MJ has it.
Oh.
The video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can run it back right now.
Hi, Andrew.
Oh, where'd she go? Damn.
Woody, if you're still here, can you put something in the chat? Hi, everybody.
I'm
Bree, OG, Show, MJ.
Hi, Broken.
gonna roll this
Broken.
clip.
How are you?
Hey, yeah, and I just want to say this before I get down. It's crazy. You know how I know it rolls off her tongue. You know that live that we were so enraged about a couple weeks, a month or so ago, and they were willing to call the police on a black man for being in her house, and she was making it seem like, oh my gosh, she's in so much danger. Yeah. So there we go. It was not us making it a race thing. Yeah, it was that man was in danger. So there we go. But y'all, thank you for letting me up, MJ. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Not excusing her behaviors, not going to coddle her, but I just want to make sure, Witty, are you actually throwing up? And if so, have you drank water today? Because you were so fucking bad last night, I don't doubt for a second you're hungover.
Dehydrated.
You need to drink water if you are actually throwing up right now.
Woody, can you just send some kind of emoji?
For those just entering, I'm gonna roll this clip real quick. It's a very quick clip.
MJ, do we have any is there context before or like after that?
I was starting to play the full live. But honestly, when I played it, I don't really care what the context is.
No, I agree. I can't fucking fathom why. You know what I'm saying? Like why? What the fuck? Like when I seen that this morning, that was the first thing that I got woke up to, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's all I could what the fuck? Why?
I'm not trying to coddle her. Witty, if you're in the fucking chat, can you please DM me because you've said some things and now I'm fucking
She said
concerned.
she said it because people kept accusing her, so why not? She doesn't care. And I'm saying she's probably overwhelmed because people right now, everybody has an opinion on what she said. First of all, I don't fuck with that shit. And she told someone to off themselves. It's disgusting. But she definitely was drinking since 9 a.m. yesterday.
I think it was
So
before
she was
that, honey.
crying. Oh, well, shit.
Because
See?
my fiance was up at 6 and she had been calling my phone at like 7:30, 8:30. And so when I got up, I brought it up to him and he said when I got up at 6, she was already on live and had been drinking.
I also
Oh,
call
yeah. So
bullshit. Nobody's
the
ever accused her
crying,
of saying that word before. She's lying. She's flat out
the
lying. Nobody accused her of saying that word.
oh, well, she's crying. So the crying is probably just enhancing the wanting of vomiting already. That's a lot of drinking. Don't drink water, sister. You need to drink some Gatorade, something with salt, and some bread. Yeah. Electrolytes. Water's gonna make you puke some more. You definitely should get some help. What you said was fucked up, but I'm still praying that you do better, find better. Yeah.
I'm gonna hop down really fast. I just wanted to, sorry, Cartel. I just wanted to throw out there. If somebody gets a hold of Witty, could you please send her my way? The fact that she just said that she is hoping to unalive and attempting to get there faster.
Does
Yes.
anybody know where she's at to call a wellness check or somehow if it's at all possible? I don't know if it works with rehab or getting her that type of help she needs, but is like a 5150. I know it's called different things in different states. Is it possible to
People
get that
will
done?
call a wellness check on her probably, but I can tell you right here, right now, she's going to tell them nothing's wrong, and then she's going to come on here and cry about how she got wellness checks and play the fucking victim.
Because it ain't shit wrong, because she wasn't puking when she hopped up in this box all fucking hot and said why she said it. She
No,
wasn't
and
fucking puking then.
I'll be honest, I have her phone number, her address, and everything, but I'm sorry, I feel stuck right now because I'm all about mental health, but I feel like every time she's confronted with some fuck shit she does, this is what we deal with.
And I understand that. OG, I'm gonna message you if it's cool.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, it was the silent act. It was very convenient. Now all of a sudden, when multiple people are asking her, she's sick. All of a sudden, she's throwing out. I don't believe in coincidences like that. It could very well be whoever wants to check on her and make sure she's all right. But I promise you, she's not getting off the app like she told you. She's gonna hit that live button again whenever she feels like it and say whatever the fuck she wants to, because that's what she been doing.
And she's gonna have 300 people greenlighting her.
Also, she said she was at work, OG.
Well, I just text her. I'm sure I'm not gonna get a text back, but I just literally said, "What the fuck?" I'm angry, and it's like one of those. It's
right.
It's
Kid at work drunk. It's crazy. At work drunk and sick.
Right, Hazel, and so that's why it's like caught in the middle. Like she threatens to unalive frequently, so.
And every time someone calls, then she gets on here and she's the fucking victim, and everybody tells her, "Oh, we're sorry, Witty, that person's terrible for doing that," blah blah blah. But I will say she's a functioning alcoholic. She's a functioning alcoholic. She goes to work drunk all the time.
At this point,
okay,
with the
damn.
harm she's causing, she's not a functioning alcoholic. She might be an alcoholic and go to work and function, but as far as harm to other people, she's not. She's not a functioning alcoholic. She's very dysfunctional alcoholic, and it's harming people. And if she chooses to hit the live button, like I said, 300 to 400 people will greenlight her, and I will make damn sure, with every resource I have, to take her pages. And I'll take.
Okay, I guess maybe let me not block just yet, because yeah, that'll be my way of social justice warrioring from now on, taking them down or blocking them.
Wolfie would like you to watch a clip, by the way. She sent me
I'm here,
this
so I had to say something because it was just mighty convenient, once a couple of people started really calling her out. I got in the box before she ever got here, but she hopped up in the box like, what? I heard I was needed here, and now all of a sudden you're saying, I'm so confused by all of this. But then again, I always am when people's masks slip and they show us who they really are. Because in real life, I don't deal with bullshit like this. And I kind of like my racism served up fresh. So, like, I know who the fuck you are from jump, and I don't gotta fuck with you ever. I'd really rather it that way. The slipping up, and I shouldn't have said it, and oh, fine, I'm a terrible person. Fuck all of that noise. All of it. All right, let me get down. I'm starting to crash out again, and I was in retirement. Reel me
Hi,
back.
Cartel.
MJ, Wolfie
Hi,
sent you a
Sal.
clip and she really wants you to watch it. It's on
Who did?
Discord. Wolfie?
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so this is from October 15th.
Cunty. Take my live down anytime you want.
I don't have any words.
How many languages African?
I don't have any words for that.
I know, right?
I don't think that's right.
I'm gonna mute you, Shell, so there's no background. This is kind of quiet.
I don't have any words.
How many languages African?
Oh, wow.
I don't have any words for that.
I know, right? Here.
Oh. So the clip from Wolfie that I played was actually from October.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Missed that one. What did that one say?
Listen to it close because she makes some noises within it.
Cunty, take my live down anytime you want.
I don't have any words.
How many languages African?
What is she doing with her mouth, MJ?
So she's making a noise that would mimic like African American culture from, yeah, she's racism, microaggression, all kinds of shit without actually saying the word. She's tongue clicking, yes.
So in some African cultures, the tongue clicking is a form of dialect. So oftentimes in media too, back in the day, they used to make fun of Africans by using that type of comedy of the clicking and the all that. I also want to sit here and say that I've dealt with addicts a lot in my life, and when you confront them, they throw on that, oh, I'm a terrible person, I should just unalive myself. I'm sorry, but that's pissing me off because every time someone confronts you about your behavior, that should not be the first thing you run to. She is weaponizing her tears and she is weaponizing her addiction. And that's just my opinion. And it's really pissing me off because clearly that's been in your vocabulary. Clearly you've been thinking like this. And what I want to know is if this happened in October, what were her friends doing not checking her?
Negative Nancy. I'm just gonna say that if you think this is about one word, Witty has been coddled to the point to where everybody needs to stop. Witty has hurt a lot of fucking people. And she told someone last night they should unalive.
Like, it's very convenient she feels sick right now. And I'm not trying to be a asshole. And anybody who knows me, I am the most compassionate, understanding. I get shit. I understand shit. But this, I don't understand. I don't understand. And it's making me real tight that she's even been allowed to continue this behavior. And I really want to know what have her friends been saying to her, because my friends, my people I sit with, that shit would have been checked. Even the people I sit with now who has had past behavior, they've heard something and they don't repeat that shit again around me. So what's up? Like, why since October has she being allowed and this is just now coming to the internet? Why?
Yeah, I'm interested to know who all knew about that too.
Because that's wild to me.
And if it was addressed at all.
I don't know that a lot of people know she said it because I haven't heard anybody address it. I don't really watch her lives much. But I will say really quickly, Negative Nancy, if you're that worried about Witty, and I'm kind of thinking you are Witty since you said you're going to hold me accountable and you one time told Blue that when you unalived yourself, it was going to be their fault. That you're Witty and you're down there trying to make it sound like someone's going to get her unalived. So fuck off.
Yeah, no, at some point the accountability has to overstep the coddling. It's the only way to get people to understand and realize, number one, that you need help. And number two, if you refuse to get it, then there are going to be people on this app that are I'm going to protect people. Whether it be against your racist words and activities or you're bullying and telling people to unalive, like it's not acceptable. And I'm sure there's hundreds of people that agree. And so, like I said, you're either going to log off and get help, and you're going to stay off, because the first time you hit the live button and try to act like a victim again and be harmful to people, I'm going to take all of your pages. Going live will no longer be an option for you, ma'am.
Well, and let me let me explain what happens when you confront Witty on the back end. She spirals out. She tells you she wants to unalive. 1 second, y'all.
Yeah, I've never really confronted Witty on the back end because I never really had her information. But I do know if you do it on the front end, she either denies it, she blocks you, calls you terrible things. That's probably what happened to Amanda last night, or Amanda was just like there's also tons of people who are innocents and in the bystander at that moment. I can't tell you how many times she's done screamed and yelled at OG, Mallory, everybody. And that's why a lot of us have just stepped back. We don't want to deal with it. We tell her, I'm sorry, we're not going to. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm sorry, Bruja, and everybody that you heard that. More than likely, she probably did get checked on it. I haven't heard about the situation, to be honest, about that specific clip, because again, I haven't been watching her since July when her and HJ had broke up. I had a line right there, and haven't been trying to watch her.
All I can say is all of this started because Amanda wouldn't give her a box. And like always, Witty has to throw a bitch fit when someone won't let her up when she's drunk. And then she has to go live and she has to say nasty, vile things about people who are trying to support her. And this isn't new. Like, this should not surprise anybody. That's why I blocked Witty back last December, and she fucking called me a cunt for 8 months.
That's why tons of people block her.
She was sober for like, I don't know, I think 12 days, and people started letting her come back around, and then she relapsed again, and then she started being hateful and nasty to people again, and then I confronted her on the back end, and I got called all kinds of cunty bitches, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm done.
Okay. So what was the reason for her wanting to call the police on the black man that lived in her apartment complex?
So I don't know so much that it was her, because I was sleeping that night and got woke up to numerous people calling me saying, hey, there's a man. Now, keep in mind, nobody told me it was a black man. They said there's a man in Witty's apartment, and she is like screaming and making noises as if he's hurting her. Yeah. And they were like, what's her address? And I'm like, I didn't feel comfortable giving her shit out. So I was like, I don't know. I hung up with that person. I FaceTimed her. When I FaceTimed her, her and said man were completely fine. And I said, hey, I'm almost to your house, because I didn't know the situation. I just knew what people were telling me. I'm like, hey, I'm almost to your house. So I made it out like, I was coming there.
He was filming him and he didn't want to be filmed. Things escalated. She started treating him pretty badly. I think Shannon was the one to call the cops at some point, but it went from being a this is my friend situation to Witty doing what Witty does and playing the fucking victim and trying to get everybody to defend her because this man that she's supposed to be on a date or something with didn't want to be on her TikTok.
You see, this is terrible. Emmett Till, okay? Emmett Till.
And this man, like when I FaceTime, this man was very nice. Like, he was talking to me. He told me who he was. He said, this is why I don't like coming here, because she has me come over and we start drinking and then she wants me to leave. He's like, I'm a retired police officer. I don't want to drink and drive. And I'm like, as long as y'all are good, I'm good. And I hung up.
But yeah, honestly speaking, it wasn't about the fact that he was black. It was just because the fact that a lot of people, because I didn't even know, all I was told is the same thing OG was told. There's a man in in her apartment and everybody is freaking out because it sounds like he's hurting her. That's all we knew.
Okay, respectfully, I get that you may not think that way, but as a black woman with black sons, two
And,
of them, I know how dangerous that could be.
oh no,
Right,
I
but honey,
understand. I
some of us
understand what
weren't
you're
even
saying. We're
told.
just
You
saying
know?
that we
Some
weren't
of us
told it
weren't
was a
told it
black
was a
man.
black man.
She knew he was
Mm,
black. She
that's the
The
thing.
knew
problem is
Oh,
she
he
she did.
knew.
was
Yeah.
fucking black. She knew it. Do y'all get it? She just said Emmett Till, Carolyn Bryant. She knew he was black.
And in my opinion, she went over the top to try to make herself appear like a victim. And I think at one point put her phone down, if I remember right, so that people couldn't see. And that's when people thought he was hurting her. So in
Correct,
my opinion,
And then
she put
also
his
cut off the
life
live
on the
too.
line.
yes,
She
because
cut off the
now
live multiple times in the middle of what it sounded like it was something bad happening.
that's when
That's what I'm
I
saying.
when
Like,
I
she
came
knows what
in.
she's doing. I don't know how much it's gonna take for y'all to see, or if y'all don't want to see it.
Cartel, I haven't been to her lives.
No. I'm not.
I was
I'm
gonna
not.
say I don't
wasn't
interact with
saying
her.
anybody specifically. When I say y'all, I just meant like collectively, the people around her. I wasn't picking anybody out.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to offend anybody, but sometimes the writing is just right fucking there on the wall. It's not hard to read.
It's been a very, very long time since I've been in her lives. It's been since July since her and HJ broke up. Because she tried to pull that number that she did with Mallory and Blue and blame HJ for her harming himself.
And
Herself.
he was a cop. This shit is just getting. Why did I pause HBO, Lord? Let me get off. Let me get off TikTok because
Yeah, Sammy. So I
he was
literally
a
just said
cop.
that I was pulling up because she was taking me for surgery. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that semantics were that fucking important. It's crazy.
Oh, that was a comment. I didn't see
It was by somebody named Nosy Neighbor. They're like, your story changed because you said you were taking her for surgery. I said she was taking me for surgery, actually.
As MJ would say, you could catch a box, but the point is, she knew he was black, and now everybody's confirming like stuff she did. She knew what she was doing. All the clicking, all of it, it's all adding up. It's like you finally got fucking bold enough on the internet to pop out and show us who you are. Okay, we see you. We see you.
I think a lot of people have had empathy for Whitty, and nobody collectively, I think, at least a lot of people I know, I don't think they've heard everything all together. So MJ playing it, like you're playing it, helps a lot of people, I think, because I don't believe a lot of people would have given Whitty passes if they had seen the totality of everything. She's a nasty drunk. She says and does nasty things. She degrades her friends. People try to get in her box to calm her down, and all she does is unmod them, kick them, and block them. So they need to just stop. You need to block her on your main, go in on your sneakies, fucking report her. But if she's not going to fight for herself, y'all got to stop fighting for her.
Yeah, see, too, here's the thing. Like, I have been in OG's lives. I'm in her lives all the time. There's been numerous of times that Woody has gone in OG's box. She's drunk as hell. She's rude. She, and me and OG and Sammy have sat there and tried to talk to her. Sammy has tried not once, but, twice to help her. And here's the thing. I'm an ex-addict. I understand, you can't help someone if they don't want the fucking help.
Right.
Listen,
Absolutely.
That's just point blank.
totally get y'all trying to help her with the like substance abuse, but baby, I'ma just say this before I drop. It ain't no cure for racism. So I don't know what y'all plan to do about that, but good luck.
No, there isn't. Yeah, you're right, Sammy. You've tried 5 or 6 times. Yeah. I'm not coddling her. I don't coddle people like that. And to be to say that word, like I don't even allow my kids to say that word, let alone I don't even like that word.
No.
Like Woody, if you are listening, go get help, girl. Go get some help.
I'm just gonna say, Shell, you're wasting your breath because on the front end, on the back end, we've tried, and somebody's
Yes,
not
we
gonna get
have.
help until they're ready to get help. I
Mm-hmm.
agree with Mallory and with MJ. Like, people need to stop. I've been going in there mainly on stinkies, and then even then, late last night, I watched people saying stuff to her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, well fuck you, block. Oh yeah, well fuck you, block." And we're like, you can't say anything, nothing. You agree with her, it's blocked. You disagree with her, it's you're a cunty bitch, block.
It's just how she feels in that moment and how she feels about you.
And from my understanding, and MJ, you might be able to correct this for me, this morning I got told that clip was earlier yesterday.
I'm not sure exactly what time the live was. Let me see if it tells me what time the live was. Because I do know that she was under the influence very early. Very early.
Chris is back in the vehicle now, so hold on. Yeah, yesterday. What time did you get up and you said she was on?
I'm gonna drop. It's Sunday. Y'all be safe.
In the morning.
Period. Thank
Yeah.
you,
Monster, she came up in the box, Monster, and she was told she did the whole pity me act. I'm a shitty person. I'm just a terrible person, blah, blah, blah. And I asked her if she knew that she told someone to unalive, and she said she did not realize that. But I'm going to tell you right here, right now, she literally came up here fine, and then she started to, what it sounds like, pretending to puke. So
Ventilating. Chris said it was 6:30 yesterday morning when he woke up and she was already on live.
Yeah, I think she was pretty much live all day. The clip was posted on Drama Talk at 7:26 p.m. So I don't know how long they usually take after a live to post. But I would assume that it was sometime between 6 a.m. and probably 4 or 5 p.m. Unless they posted this live immediately after she got off.
can I say one thing real quick, and then I'm going to drop?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. As much as we need to stop coddling Witty, I will say, Shannon and Jana, you two also need to leave her alone. Shannon sitting on lives telling Witty to grab a whiskey and come on over, telling her to grab a bottle and all that shit. Y'all are fucking fucked the fuck up in your heads, because I don't for a second think that when she was going through her sobriety a few weeks ago and Shannon got on and started taunting her, telling her to grab some bottles and come on over, that didn't help her break it. So fuck you all. Jana, no, you have said some foul ass shit about Witty too when she thought you were a friend. So don't, if you want to walk away from Witty, walk away from Witty, but don't shit talk her like you do, Jana. Kind of like you told her she could mix her pills with her fucking alcohol, you dumb bitch.
That's enabling. If you know that somebody is struggling with alcohol and the first thing that you can think to do is offer them or even put the thought of a drink in their head, especially knowing that they're trying to recover or need help and need recovery, that's enabling, and I would highly recommend that nobody do that. And
But you didn't leave her alone, Jana. You sat in Shannon's box taunting her as well. So that's not exactly true. And you absolutely did tell her to take 3 different medications while under the influence of alcohol.
We did see that video. I just want to say something really quick. MJ, thanks for letting me come up again. I see a lot of people in the comments saying you can't.
Don't tell me just to stop, Jana. Sorry, Sammy.
It's okay. A lot of comments, you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. That is totally true. I don't go in Woody's boxes. If Woody comes in a live that I'm in, I exit myself out. I'm not a fan of her behavior. The only time that I go and offer her help is when something like this happens and I see the fuck shit after and somebody's talking to her about it, and I'll go in and say, hey, the offer still stands for free treatment if you want it. She pretty much tells me to F off every time, and that's okay. I just want her to know that it's still there. So is what it is. I don't enable her. I don't talk to her. None of that. So for people in the comments, I just wanted to clear that up really quick.
And for anybody that may be struggling like with any type of addiction, I can tell you right now, Sammy's treatment is 100% free. They will put you on a plane to get you there. Nobody has to know. Just reach out to her, myself, somebody that can get a hold of me or her. It's 100% free. Somebody from the app reached out and they're there. They're there now and they're thriving finally.
Yes. Yeah. And they've been to many treatment centers. It's a whole different kind of treatment center. It's not a 12-step treatment center. It's basically I almost want to say an accountability center. The peers, your peers hold you accountable for your daily choices and things that go on. They'll give you a job, a place to live, all free.
Sammy.
So don't anybody come and tell me it ain't free. It's free. I know. I'm a probation officer. I use this treatment center every day for my people. And I've offered it on this app to anybody that wants treatment, that wants help. Yes, you might have to move out of the state for a little while, but is it worth it to get your life back? Is it worth it to get sober?
Sammy, 1 second. Heather, I seen your message, honey. Message me and I will get on the phone with Sammy. And I can tell you this, the last person that reached out wanting help, it was within 48 hours that we had them on a plane. Hi, Shelby.
It's that fast and they called me in the night. I got word from OG in the night. It was an evening.
It's like midnight when I called Sammy.
Yeah, I called my guy and he said, let's get him on the phone. We got to get them while they're hot, because that's his exact words. Got to get them while they're hot because they can change their mind. And you want to know what?
And some have, let's be honest. Some have reached out and so they wanted help. I've reached out to Sammy and within hours they're like, nope, never mind.
That's awesome. That's a beautiful thing.
I want to say, Witty did reach out to me one time in the middle of the night. I was sleeping. By the time I saw it in the morning, I responded. She never responded back. That's how quickly we know that our addicts change their mind. And that's why my program gets you there so quickly. So if y'all need help, please reach out to me. I am private, but if you know somebody that knows me that's not private, just have that person message me. I will help anybody if you really want it. So I'm going to drop.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming and vouching for me, girl.
No, you're good. I'm gonna drop because we are out trying to finish last minute stuff for my own kids. But if y'all need me, someone just message me.
Period. Thank you so much.
Love you, OG.
Love you too.
Thank you, Sammy, for doing everything that you do. I think that that's an absolutely beautiful thing. And at free of cost at that. It's not only life-saving, but it's life-changing. And I'm sure I speak on behalf of everybody sitting in here. Thank you so much for everything that you do and having faith in people and believing in recovery. Because a lot of people sadly don't. So rock on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just wish that I knew Sammy when I was going through my addiction and my recovery, but I will be as March 8th. No, I'm sorry, April 8th. I'll have 8 years in my sobriety.
Period. Congratulations. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. And you know, one sober person like me, I try so hard to help people. Also, like I've messaged Weedy on the back end and given her my number and told her, hey, thank you guys so much. I'm willing to, have that conversation. Like being in sobriety, could help somebody else. And that's all I want. I want to be able to be there for people. And I just wish I knew Sammy back then. But I did go to a rehab and I am where I'm at today. And, I'm honored and I'm blessed to be sober. And, for the people that I have around me, I'm truly blessed with the friends that I have and the friends that I've met on this app. Because without them, I don't know who I would be today.
Period. I'm super proud of you.
Congratulations, Nikki. 6. That's awesome. But that's why I came up, because I did want to say that, Sammy's place is free, and I want Woody to understand that. But you can't coddle her. You can't sit and enable her. She's going to have to do it on her own. I mean, like Sammy had said, Sammy's offered it 5 or 6 times already. Okay. And you can't help someone who doesn't want the help. All you can do for those people is pray for them. And I've learned that the hard way. So that's why I wanted to come up here, and I appreciate you, MJ. Thank you for letting me up.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you for all the gifts, whoever gifted me. That was very nice of you. If you do need help, reach out to me, reach out to OG. You can reach out to, I think, Flip Flop and Isabel. We know Sammy. So thank you. I am enough. Thank you for the gift. We know Sammy, so we could reach Sammy at any moment. Thank you for the gift, honey. So therefore, just reach out. Reach out. Because we are all here. Tun, that's your problem. I don't give a shit whether you don't trust OG. I trust OG, and that is my best friend. So I'm just saying. But thank you for letting me up, MJ.
Yeah.
And like I said, anybody just reach out. Reach out. We're here to help. Thank you so
Congratulations on your
much.
sobriety, and I'm super proud of you. Keep it up.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
I don't know, like, regardless of how you feel about somebody, like, I really wish more people would just read the room. And trying to spread positivity and encouraging words. Just read the room. Trying to slide negativity into things it doesn't really help anybody out. And it's also discouraging. Don't discourage people based off of your opinion. That's one of the worst things you can do. Even if you have your own reasons, I talked about this yesterday. Your experience with somebody doesn't have to be everyone else's experience with somebody, right? And that's really important. Very, very important. By you making a comment like that, you could potentially discourage somebody from getting help. And what's the point in that? Especially if it's just based off of your experience. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to people. Don't do that to people. Do you notice how they had talked about that there are people from this app in the program? But did you also notice how they didn't follow it up with a name? You notice how they didn't give you a name? And above everything, that's respectable. So I'm not sure exactly why you wouldn't or don't trust her. But I think it is commendable to say that you offer something, that you can give the details, that you can say that you're actually helping people, but you're not willing to give a name. And that's everything. The confidentiality in that is everything. Especially when we know how brutal this app can be. And brutal it is. Woody, are you available by chance? Are you watching? And I do highly encourage that at any point that she goes live, on her own live, to greenlight her. As far as the N-word goes, it's up to you if you sit with her after she said that. For me personally, I make my own choice on that. I have my own feelings. I have different things that align with me, and I don't sit with that. I don't even care if there's a live taking accountability that does not align with me and my beliefs. I said the same thing about Megan. Nobody encouraged me to dislike Megan, to block Megan, to no longer associate with Megan. I made that choice because what I heard does not align with my moral compass. Okay? At no point have I encouraged anybody else to not sit with her. I would also not do the same thing with Witty, but just know that if you sit over here and I see you sitting over there with her thereafter, it doesn't mean I'm going to drag you, but if you no longer have access to my live and my pages, please don't ask any questions. If she shows up in your lives and requests a box, I highly recommend that you not let her up, and I'm going to explain to you why, okay? Because I'm going to be really will be getting reported, okay? And I don't want to see innocent people's pages be taken. I don't want to see that. Beyond that, it's obvious that she can't control herself right now. And I don't think that she should, on anybody's platform, be given an opportunity to hurt one more person. Okay? I'm not sure who Amanda is, but apparently she was telling Amanda to unalive. And I do have I believe it's the full live from that, so I can continue playing that. So telling people to unalive, using the N-word with the hard ER, it's blatant harmful, right? It's blatantly harmful. And one thing about me is I'm going to combat a bully all day long. You can say what you want. You can try to compare it. But when I see harm being done to other people, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it stops. And I said it earlier, I'm going to say it again. We need to learn the difference between holding people accountable, holding accountability and awareness versus bullying and harassment. Okay, I'm not going to keep going on and on and on and on and on about this topic. I'm really not. Oh, Amanda's here. Okay. I'm not going to keep going on and on and on about this topic, right? Do you notice how in this entire thing I didn't talk about Witty's looks? I didn't talk about the way she dressed. I didn't go into detail about whether or not she had a rug or alcohol issue, right? If I would have done those things while doing this live, then you could consider that harassment and bullying. That's not what this is. What this is accountability. You got on a live public platform and you are harming people, okay? And so by us going live, by me hitting the live button and us getting together and collectively talking about it, that is awareness. At no point in time did I let somebody in a box to degrade or shame her, okay? Because truth is not degrading or shaming. If the truth hurts your feelings, that's a whole separate topic. That's a whole separate topic. And sometimes people need tough love, okay? At some point, you have to set down the enabling and you have to hold them accountable no matter how hard it is. I have definitely had to do that with somebody on this app. And you know what? It worked. And I did it regardless of what anybody thought of me. But the tough love worked. And even if you don't become besties again, at least showing up and forcing things and showing the tough love while setting a boundary, it works. It works. It really does. Living proof. Multiple instances. I also held awareness on this person, okay? I made sure to highlight their shitty behavior and the things that they were doing that was harmful to people and the way that they were treating people. And did it a few times. But when shit got down to the nitty gritty and they needed help, right? Regardless of the facts of how they were treating people, I still stepped up and I still did the right thing, right? Instead of spreading the hate and bullying, I did the right thing to make sure that that person got help. And guess what? That person's doing pretty damn good today. Doing pretty damn good today. Okay? Doesn't mean you have to be besties. Doesn't mean you have to sit with them. It doesn't mean you still have to talk on the back end. Doesn't mean you have to be in Discords together. It doesn't mean any of that stuff. Because yes, kindness is free. But you can also set boundaries. It is okay to set boundaries. You can still give a fuck about people, but you can still set the boundary. You can still hold people accountable. And I said this yesterday. I can not fuck with you and still tell you you're right. I can fuck with you and still tell you you're wrong. And I can do all of that without having to fight with you. If you don't have people in your corner that can tell you you're wrong without you freaking out, thinking they're an op and calling them a piece of shit, you've got to fix it. You've got to fix it. Because the only people I want in my corner are the people that support me but can tell me that I'm wrong in the same breath. Those are the type of people you need in your corner. It's very important. It's very important. It definitely keeps your moral compass aligned. People that are going to hold you accountable. If they really care about you, they're going to hold you accountable. And again, there's a difference between bullying and harassment and accountability. Because I'm sorry, but you're not going to run around displaying a bunch of shitty behavior that's harming a bunch of people and just think that forever people are going to coddle you because you want to scream that it's harassment and bullying. Truth hurts sometimes, honey. And that's okay. And that's totally okay. I'm going to give you some pudding to help you swallow it. And it's going to be okay. Even with Witty. Yes, Witty said the N-word with the hard ER. Do I hate Witty? No. Am I going to bully and harass the woman? No. Am I ever going to sit with her, have her in my space, or any of those things? No. I'm going to treat it just like I did Megan. I know that Tammy and Trixie had a good thing started to go, but what happened does not align with my moral compass. It doesn't. And I am not sorry for that. I am not sorry for that. And I don't have a problem saying no. I don't have a problem saying no. Some of the best things you're going to learn in life is the ability to say no. Okay? Because if we're going to advocate for certain things, it doesn't make sense for it to not align with your moral compass if you're still going to sit with it. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel. If you're going to sling the word, if you're going to ask other people to say the word with the context of we, which includes you, and all the other things we've seen on this app, I gotta agree with Cartel. There is no cure to racism. Not that blatant. Absolutely not. And I'm not sorry about that. We learned this shit at a really young age. We learned this shit at such an early age. I learned about that word at a very, very young age. I wouldn't be friends with Megan if I believe she's racist. What she did is 100% racist. She got on the phone, she called a YT woman, and she asked that YT woman, what do we call Tony? The woman said the word. The woman said the word, and then she asked the woman to repeat it. Beyond that, she referred to that word, the end with the hard ER, as a pronoun. As a pronoun. As a pronoun. That to me, and again, this is just me. That does not align with my moral compass. And at the point you call somebody and you say we, that includes you, okay? What you're saying when you say we is, hey, what do we call Tony? That means as a collective, you, your woman, and the husband, and whoever else. Because it wasn't, hey, what do you call Tony? Or whatever the husband's name is. Hey, what does so-and-so call Tony? Hey, what do we call Tony? And that tells me everything I need to know. And education is absolutely important. But just for me, like, I just can't align with it. I can't align with it. Like I said, that's just me. I know at some point people had said that I was encouraged based off of other people's opinions or based off the fact that FWA had played the clip. I got accused of hearing the clip before, which I never had. It has nothing to do with FWA. Okay? And anybody that knows me and has sat with me long enough knows that I am a free thinker. Even everybody that sits directly around me knows I'm a free thinker. Okay? Nobody, I'm hard-headed. I'm really bullheaded and stubborn. Nobody's going to tell me anything. Nobody's going to tell me anything. Nobody's going to tell me how to feel. Nobody's going to tell me what I should do. And so that's just me. That's just me. And I would feel wrong. Again, me personally, I would feel wrong advocating or speaking up if I had somebody that did that and said that and did it so confidently, knowing how harmful it could be, sitting in my corner. I just can't. It's wrong. It's wrong. I know, I see the comments. Somebody's asking, okay, so I'm going to replay this again, and then we can get into the live, which I believe is the live where she tells Amanda to unalive, but this is the so and I do appreciate you know, those that came up. They agreed to stop coddling Whitty, offered her resources to go get the help she needs. I applaud everybody that's in sobriety. I applaud everybody that offered and advertised the program. I want to make it known that it was double, tripled, all 10 toes down to her, that the service is free. Disturbing, but what was the comment she was replying to? What do you mean, Stephanie? Do you need to say that word in a reply to a comment? Because let me explain something to you. If somebody typed that word in my chat, they would be blocked. And I don't care who it is. I don't care who it could possibly be. If somebody typed that word or even insinuated that word in my chat, blocked. And don't ever come back. No exceptions. There is no context to that word when it comes to a YT person, ever. Period. And Whitty did get a box. And what Whitty stated was that people were calling her that, which I will say, I have not heard anybody accuse Whitty of that. After hearing the other clip from October, which I will play here in a second, I can understand why people would call her that. But the fact that she said that and that's why she said the word, okay? let me explain something. I was also called that for a period of time. And do you know what I didn't do? I did not go live and give them a reason to call me that. Because it's against my moral compass. I am not that thing, so I am not going to appease people by pulling that word out of my mouth just to say, oh, well, if you're going to call me that, then so be it. Okay? It's never going to give that. So the fact that you made that conscious decision, and then this one is from October. This one's from October. Let me find it. My bad.
Cunty, take my live down anytime you want.
I don't have any words.
How many languages African?
I don't have any words for that.
Yeah, so even if so witty, even if people were calling you that, right? You've done things for them to call you that. Okay? So even for you to sit up here today and insinuate that it was dry, that it's not dry. That's not dry. That's not a dry accusation. It's not a dry accusation at all. Sad stuff, man. At some point, you need to understand that what you're going through isn't just harming you at this point. Okay? You're harming people around you, and that's where I said that I draw the line. Which is why I said that every time you go live, right? I asked you to stay off the app and get help. You agreed to staying off the app. You're fighting getting help. That's fine. But I also let you know that every time you go live, I'm going to greenlight you, right? That's going to happen to protect everybody around you because it's clear that you can't control yourself. Okay? And telling people to unalive is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. This app is going through so much right now. The app is going through so much right now. And yeah, we're not going to just sit back and watch that. So let me find the live and see if we can yeah, and the people enabling her her alcohol issue, you know, it, especially if you know that she's even trying to recover, for you to insinuate like or say, oh, go grab some liquor and come on over, that's enabling. You're doing that, girl. If you say that you care about her, I need you to understand that you're doing her more harm than you're doing her good. Wait, what did Heather say? And the people offering to buy her alcohol for information are gross too. Fuck them. Yeah, period. Yeah. That should never be a thing. Wait, where did that live go? Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry about the typing that's about to happen. Megan offered to buy Witty alcohol for info on Shannon. Is there any proof of that? Y'all need to make sure that what you say comes with proof. Because what I don't do over here is I'm not going to hate train And I'm not going to accuse somebody of something without proof. Thank you for the heart, me friends. Yeah, if it happened on live, is there a clip of it? What's the name of that T page? Drama Talk? Is that where this live is posted? Wait, why is none of my shit signed in? Is our internet, babe? Is our internet out right now? What is going on? Okay, here we go. Wait, why? What is going on? No. Yo, YouTube is being funky as hell right now. Okay, here we go. Just some difficulties. Just why is it like the itch for some people to say it? Seriously, I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. And the most confusing thing to me is like there's been so many conversations about it, right? There's been so much like conversation, people getting called out, clips surfacing, clips resurfacing, and the conversations had. So for somebody to think that it's okay to use that word and then to use that word and think there's not going to be any accountability or consequences, like So am I understanding that if someone takes true accountability, that it didn't matter? We just rerun? How do I answer that? I feel like the accountability portion is really important, right? But I also feel like even if you take accountability, it doesn't make it go away. Oh, alcohol comment. Did I miss that? I thought you were talking about like the racism aspect of it. Like if people take accountability. Listen, I'm all for accountability. And I think that accountability is awesome. And even if you change your behavior, right? Even if you change your behavior, but that doesn't mean that people are still obligated to sit with that. And everybody's got choices. Like everybody can make their own choice. Megan apologized to Witty for that comment. Is that what Monster's talking about? Accountability and changed behavior equals recovery. Yeah, I think that both things are important. Absolutely. Absolutely. Specifically talking about the alcohol comment towards Woody. Yeah. I mean, if she took accountability for that and apologized and then didn't do it again, I think that's super important, right? As far as that topic, I think, people, it happens all the time. People make mistakes, they take accountability, they apologize, and they move on. I think that racism is definitely separate from that because racism is definitely more serious. But yeah, I say it all the time. Accountability and changed behavior is what it's all about. I talked about this yesterday. At what point do people apologize, right? So people apologize and they're ready to set the shit down. And what we see on this app is that everybody else around them doesn't want to set the shit down. So we have people apologizing, and then we still have people dragging them for shit that they took accountability and apologized for. MJ, what is FWA talking about? Did you see her comment? I didn't. The comments are going super, super fast. And I'm going to be honest, I have horrible ADHD. Still scrolling. FWA, are you in here? Do you want to just grab a box? I'm scrolling. I don't see her comment.
Check save a lot. Eat my cloak, okay?
Yeah, no, FWA, are you in here? Can somebody share it to her? Yeah, the comments are going too fast, so she'll probably just get a box. Here we go.
Take the day off of this motherfucker, eat some lemon sorbet and some ribs and shit. And here we go. The videos is just popping in. I'm getting texts on my phone. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Witty caught in 4K last night saying the N-word with the hard ER. And so it was basically like just like an accountability thing, you know. There was a bunch of people in here boxed up, just basically saying like, there's no more coddling, you know. There's no more coddling. Begging her to get help for what she's going through, and just letting her know that this isn't going to be accepted. It's not acceptable. She wished unaliving. We haven't got to that part yet. I haven't found that part in the live, but there's a girl named Amanda Kay. I guess she was wishing unaliving on her. Whole lot of stuff.
Well, Amanda Kay was the one who told me she was going to keep her foot on my neck. Not saying that what Witty did was right, but Amanda Kay does some shit too. So, you know, what did Amanda Kay do to make Witty say whatever she said to her? But as far as using the N-word, it's starting to get to me as it's being like a situation to where it's numbing for them to be able to use that like it's okay, like it's a permanent cuss word for folks that know better to use. And it's a weird ass thing for me. Witty tried to get in my box yesterday. I wouldn't let her up. As you know, I've been going through my own thing, right? With the folks. But like not one, not two, but 3 or 4 people on this side of TikTok or whatever side of TikTok that are not of, you know, Black descent is using the word with the hard ER like it's just Skittles falling out their mouth. And it's a real disrespectful thing. I don't know if you saw me arguing with some woman in the comments named Sammy and told me, go ahead and just drag it because that's what you do anyway. Are we not supposed to say something about people using words that they know they're not supposed to use, when I know that I'm not allowed to call anybody a word as far as like anything racial? You know, I know what I do, but it's not cool to use that word. I don't know what's wrong. I have no idea what's wrong with people.
From my understanding, Witty was just upset with Amanda because Amanda knew that she was under the influence and didn't want to let her in the box. So, if I'm hearing correctly, in the first 3 minutes of this live, I heard Witty's just going off on her because Amanda didn't want to let her in the box because she was under the influence, and because of that, she told her to unalive, which is not acceptable.
Yeah, I didn't let her in my box either yesterday. She tried to get in my box yesterday, and I was like, no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You good. Stay on down here. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what to expect out of folks or whatever the case may be. But I do remember that Amanda K lady threatening me, and I ain't did nothing to her either. But that's a whole nother situation. But people that do have those kind of situations maybe do need to stay off the app. I was here with you when you said you was going green light or whatever the case. Maybe you got to do what's best for the people, not just what's best for just one. Maybe you got to do what's best for others. But continuously for people to use that word like it's okay, regardless if they said it or not, and asking other people to say it is not cool.
I did what?
That's not cool.
I did what?
You told me
I did what, Detroit?
You told me you
Detroit,
were going to keep your foot on my neck.
That's a metaphor. Look it up.
I don't care.
Metaphor.
I don't care. I did, ma'am. I'm
best
having a
of
good
friends.
Sunday.
I come at you
I'm
because
having a
the
good Sunday.
bullying
I
you
don't
do to
care.
people.
I ain't did
You're a
nothing to
bully.
you.
You're a
I didn't. Well, you ain't no different. I don't even know you, ma'am. Nor have I done
You're a
anything
bully,
to you, ma'am.
Detroit. You're a bully, Detroit.
Did I threaten you?
Go to sleep.
Did
Go
I
to
threaten?
sleep, Detroit.
Hear
Go
it.
back and take a
Hear
nap.
it, MJ.
You're
Listen.
a bully. You're a bully. You're a bully. Go to sleep, Detroit. Go take a nap. You bully people to death. To my understanding from the videos I've watched and what I've heard come out of your mouth, you do. You take part in that shit. I've watched it. I've listened to it. I've watched you laugh at it. To my understanding, that's what you do.
But you,
From the clips that I've watched.
Let me explain this to you though. So you're up here and you're calling her Detroit and you're saying all this shit to her. So my question is what would make you any better if you're going to combat with bullying behavior as well? Respect, and I say that respectfully, right?
If you dish it out, she should be able to fucking take it.
But how does that
Okay,
make
so I
you
just
any
have
better?
one question. Are we holding everybody to the same standard that bullied Rizzy? Because I will tell you what I've heard.
That's
the
what I'm
stuff that
talking
came
about
out
to
of her
her.
mouth too.
Friends participated in it.
I know she did. So are we holding everybody, and especially the ones who did it way worse than friends? Are we holding everybody, or just the creator we don't like right now because it's friends? That's
Those
my
people
question.
are not over here on this side and up in our business, right?
Let me ask you something, Amanda. Are you aware? A couple of things. Are you aware that FWA stepped away from Messy Talk because of what was going on? First thing. Second thing, are you aware of the conversation that Friends had with Rizzy recently before this whole thing happened?
I'm aware of her bullying. She bullies
Right.
everybody.
So the answer is no.
Hold on.
Everybody.
You're not answering my question. Hold
She
on.
bullies every
Hold on.
single
You're not
person.
answering my question though. We have to keep it fair. Are you aware that because of what was going on and it did not align with Friends, that she walked away from Messy Talk, first of all?
I don't get in that business.
You're not listening to me. Are you aware that she has had a conversation with Rizzy since the clip that you're talking about?
No, because I don't get in that business.
Damn it, my keyboard's stuck. Hold on.
But you are in the business though. You're all up in it. Apparently, when it comes
because
to
she
her
made it
and
our
Rizzy,
business.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Do
I think it was kind of the other way around. I think y'all took y'all business over there, respectfully.
I didn't take my business over there.
Okay, well, maybe you didn't, but I'm just saying in general.
So let me ask. So I just told you. So she walked away from Messy Talk, right? Since I've known Friends, she hasn't been a part of Messy Talk. Do some of those people come to her live? Yes. And then with the conversation she's had with Rizzy. So if you know those things and you still don't care and you're still going to try to call her a bully, but you haven't had a conversation with her or listened to what she had to say about that situation, and then you're going to say hurtful stuff back, when does it end? If there's accountability and she's talked about it, she's talked about the conversation, she's walked away from things that don't align with her.
You can't have a conversation with her. You can't have a one-on-one trying to understand each other conversation with her. All she does is scream and holler and cuss and hype and wind people
No,
up.
they're mad that I didn't give their leader a conversation. I'm gonna mute.
Who's
That's
my
not-
leader? I don't
Here's the
have a
thing.
leader.
Here's the
See that
thing.
shit right there.
Here's the thing. I talked about this yesterday. You're saying, based off of your opinion and your experience, that you can't have a conversation with FWA. Okay? And I talked about this yesterday too. The experiences that you have with her is not everybody's experience. Because I've had conversations with her. Just like this whole
I am all about my money. Cartel, have I ever lied about that? MJ, you ever heard me lie about I'm all about my money?
No, you've never
This
lied
has
about
nothing
that.
to do with
All
money.
I'm
I'm
saying
all about
is
my
if
money.
it's
You're
if
mad.
it's a justice for Rizzy thing for real, then let's hold the same fucking
See,
energy.
it goes there. It goes there. It's
Everybody
either
that believe
it's
that.
all about your leader. I don't have a fucking leader. I'm not here to talk about your money. I'm here to talk about your character and how
Girl,
you
I
treat
don't care
people.
what you think about
That's
my
what I'm
character.
talking
I've done
about.
nothing
That's
to
what I got
you.
on you about.
I've done
You're a
nothing
bully,
to you. I don't
but you
care.
want to talk
care.
about
I don't
stop the
care.
bullying, but you're
I
one
don't care
yourself.
because I've done
you're
nothing
also
to
Make
you.
up your fucking mind,
I've done nothing to you, woman. Find
woman.
what you need to find. Do whatever you need to do. Do what's best for you.
I do. Thank you
Do
very
what's best
much.
for
And I
you.
don't need your permission.
Do what's best for you.
I do. You
Okay,
keep on
listen,
doing you.
if they're gonna argue, I'm gonna hop down. My point
No,
was
I'm not arguing,
leave.
Cartel. I didn't
I'll
come.
leave.
MJ
if we're
asked
going
Y'all have a
me
after
to
good
come
one.
up
justice
here.
for
Have a good.
Rizzy, then let it be justice for
MJ, did you
Rizzy
call me up here or
and
what?
hold
Did you call me up
everybody
here?
accountable, not just the one creator we're all mad at right now. Cause that's hate bonding for real.
This didn't start happening until me and FM had our differences. These people didn't have no problem with me until I told FM I didn't want to hear anything he had to say about Tiffany or what that girl named Holly Not Berry and somebody else. If I decide to put my boundaries down and say I don't want to talk about something, I'm a grown woman to say I don't want to talk about it. It ain't about hearing nobody. I don't have to have a conversation with people I don't have to have a conversation with. Who are y'all to tell me when and where to have a conversation? You're forcing me to deal with you. And I do the same shit on other side of TikTok. You can ask Jabria. You can ask Cartel. If I don't want to fuck with somebody, I don't. And ain't none of you motherfuckers gonna make me fuck with you. You don't pay my phone bill. You don't pay my electricity to charge this mother lover and all the things. Like me and Rizzy had our own apology conversation. I don't owe none of y'all nothing else. Okay? I'm gonna go back to eating my ribs and eating my sorbet because a lot of y'all is just some miserable ass people and y'all some followers. Y'all are some sheeple. Y'all not holding nobody else to the fire but doxing people and y'all sitting around people who are stalking children. Y'all not going over on Messy Talk asking AJ, Drop Queen, any other, nobody else.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I mean, if it's starting
ain't
for her
asking
and y'all are
nobody else.
lining them up and gonna go down the row of everybody that had a falling out with Rizzy, then cool. But if we just going after her right now because we
because
mad
me
at
and
her, that
FM
shit
had
is
some
not
words.
okay. And it's definitely not in the name of Rizzy. It's in the name of y'all don't fuck with FWA no more. And that's just on period. I'm getting down.
I don't give a fuck if don't none of y'all fuck with FWA. Ask Bella. Don't give a fuck. Okay? Never will I ever will give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about them and I don't give a fuck about y'all. Black Messy Talk stopped fucking with me because I had white people in my room. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Black people stopped fucking with me on Black Messy Talk because I had white people in my room and they don't want y'all over there forever grateful. And they done told y'all that 1,000 times. Even in Bella's live, they told y'all that. They don't want y'all there. No, I ain't about to stop saying it. I'm telling the motherfucking truth. Something y'all don't do over there. Y'all know damn well they don't want white people over there. Bella. People have said it in your court. Yeah, y'all, you just started allowing white folks over there. Let's stop being fake and phony about shit. I let y'all come over there into my space. Y'all asked me to hold those lives. I held the lives. I was nice to y'all. Now I'm the problem. And I don't care. Didn't care about it with Black Messy Talk, and I don't care about it with y'all. Now, Y'all ain't heard me call y'all no names or nothing since I've been up here. I can only be accountable for what I do. Can't nobody make me accountable for what I do. But I will talk about the stuff I want to talk about on my platform. Who gonna stop me? Not none of y'all. I ain't never disrespected half of y'all, but y'all mad that I did not want to have a conversation with Florida Man. I don't have to. And ain't none of y'all gonna make me. And the fact that that woman told me she was going to put her foot on my neck because I didn't want to hear him and I never did anything to her, that's on her. It ain't on me. Y'all can only hold yourselves accountable. And a person that motherfucking hold accountability court and don't hold themselves accountable will never be my judge and jury, honey. Okay? Now I'm going to wipe my ass. I'm going to wipe my ass that I shit out of every day and tell y'all to kiss the tissue that go in it. Y'all have a nice day. Bye, MJ. You still my homie. Now you called me up here and I wasn't even expecting all this, but this just disturbed my dinner.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand like the calling her Detroit and all the shit while equally saying that she's a bully too. And the comments were getting loaded with you're a bully too. So like I said, the tit for tat shit, at what point do we draw a line? At what point do we draw a line? Leslie, is that your take on it? Because I've talked about this multiple times. I was in that live. Who's this? How many of you have beef with FWA just because Florida Man does? Don't lie. Because I talked about it yesterday. I talked about it about Snark's live. That the things that Snark was explaining as a whole, not that that was her experience, I had to say that I've not had that experience. Right? I'm a free thinker. I'm not going to bandwagon. I have not had that experience with FWA. What I do know based off of experience is the shit that people do when they get pissed off at you or they disagree, especially when you're a truth teller. I've also watched Amanda have a mouth okay? Most of you do. I've heard most of you say a lot of foul shit. So Betty, that's not a fair statement. Do you not see me? I'm YT. I've never had a problem with her. Never had a problem with her. Okay, period, Eileen. You said Amanda defends herself, but at what point is it a problem if everyone else defends themselves too? So is it a problem that FWA defends herself? Is it a problem if Free Spirited defends herself? Is it a problem if I defend myself? Is it a problem if any of you in the chat defend yourself? At what point do you draw a line?
You have questions or anything?
I really don't. I really don't. It seems like just a lot of fucking banter, and the thing that confuses me is that people don't like each other and they don't fuck with each other, but they still hound each other. And it doesn't just go for a day. It's not like a day awareness and then okay, we're over it, we move on. It's constant. It's like people host lives and it's people sitting in panels dog walking and talking shit about people for weeks on end. Or there's such a profound hate for people, but somehow those same people find their ways into your chats and still talk shit and do all this thing. Or you get the banter where both sides are doing it back and forth, but then each side is trying to figure out who the fuck's worse. Where does the line get drawn? Where do we draw the line?
You know, not tormenting and bullying and laughing at people killing themselves on a live stream.
Can't say that word. TikTok friendly words only. Again, and this is where I get frustrated. Friendly words only. I asked 2 questions. It's obvious that FWA does not sit in messy talk anymore, was the first thing that I said. The second thing is, has anybody had a conversation with FWA about the fact that she had DMs and conversations with Rizzy prior to what happening? You responded to me with no, and you're still continuing. So you're completely disregarding the fact. That both things, like, where's the credit for FWA for no longer sitting in that mess, right? She kind of broke off and she started her own platform and she's kind of doing her own thing. Where was her credit for that? And how are you going to still speak on a situation if you haven't and won't have a conversation with her, if she's even up for it? Because, I mean, she gets to decide who she talks to, right? About her conversation with Rizzy. Like, I feel like these are just common logic statements. But I feel like when people are so irritated with each other and they're pissed off at each other and they're at a point where at that point they don't want a resolution, this is what it is. This is what it is, and this is where the banter comes in. I was in that live, Forever Grateful, and I've talked about people policing that clip since it was first being played everywhere. I was in that live. I was in the comments. First of all, there was a lot of shit going on in her live in that moment. 2 or 3 different topics, to be exact. The chat was going crazy, okay? We were all learning it at pretty much the same time. Even I looked at Amber when it was said, and we were like, whoa, wait, like, what the fuck? Answer me something. How many people actually expected something like that to actually happen on TikTok Live? First question. The second one is why are we policing people's reactions to shit that they haven't even fully processed? Because I hadn't even processed it. Platforming a person who's modding for not Boss Hog, while calling people racist who aren't is wild work. Wait, who mods for Boss Hog? Pathetic. Has anybody had a conversation with FWA about misgendering two women? Oh, Hallie? Hallie is a mod for Boss Hog? Oh, yeah, I know who Boss Hog is. That's bad news, friends. I'm telling you that right now. That's real bad news. If she's still a mod. Shit, actually, K-Dot, way back in the files, don't we have clips of Boss Hog and Petty? I think we have in our old files.
Nor do I go around searching for bad people. But if you want to be honest with me, a lot of these motherfuckers down in your chat, maybe a few, even Monster, has done her shit. Okay? Let's stop acting like y'all perfect. All majority of y'all set with Petty. And y'all agreed with the shit that Petty done. Now y'all agreeing with the shit that FM does. I have my own flaws. Okay? Everybody on this app has their own flaws. Y'all not on here to do nothing but cause chaos and trouble. Like I said, I'm on a road change, and I don't care if none of y'all fuck with me. Do you understand me? All of y'all can stay the fuck out my chat. Positive. I have our messages. And when I asked you, now hold on, MJ, you said have a heart to heart in the conversation. I asked Positive what was wrong, what was going on. In the inbox, do you know she pushed it off on some volers or scammer or scammy clause and all the things? I tried to ask what the problem was, and this person didn't even tell me. But nor will I care anymore. I'm going to do what's best for me. And I'm glad don't none of you motherfucking chaotic psychopath motherfuckers come to my live anymore. Y'all all set with Petty. Y'all all sit with FM. He ain't no different than the next motherfucker. He ain't no different than me. Petty ain't no different than me. All of y'all done bullied somebody on this motherfucking app. So stop sitting down there and saying, I'm the problem. No, you are the problem, because y'all are willing to deflect and project what you have done onto me, not looking at the fact that y'all have been some terrible people. If Holly Not Berry is a terrible motherfucker, then that's her accountability she got to deal with. Okay? I do not care anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore, because I don't. Y'all don't stop my platform. It still runs. There are people who still fuck with me. Okay? And like Messy Todd, and then let me tell you something, MJ, you was there for all the conversation, right? Did you hear people say they stopped coming over to my live for certain reasons? Were you there when they said that?
I don't think so.
Okay. I thought you heard them say a lot of them stopped coming over to my live because of Lala. Okay.
Yes. That was in
You
our
were
conversation yesterday. Yes.
You heard it, right? From other people? Were those black messy talkers or YT messy talkers? I don't understand why y'all think my platform is going to care about y'all not coming over there no more. We not. We're okay without you. I'm still going to give you a good blessing. And I'm still, and AJ still gonna fuck with me, rather if y'all like it or not. Now, I don't remember me misgendering Jen Savage. Don't remember that, because Jen Savage has been up in my box a few times. But I do remember what I said about Amanda Kay. I remember what I said about Amanda Kay, because she was coming up there attacking me, and I'm like, well, what is going on? Who is this? And I said what I said. You see how I can stand accountable on what I say? But these motherfuckers don't know. It's clips of y'all that I have of y'all, like Monster, that FM sent me. Okay? So stop acting like Y'all so perfect down there on that app. Y'all be some real entitled ass motherfuckers until a clip comes up about you. And I got clips about a lot of you motherfuckers, all right? Okay? And Monster, don't forget I defended you when everybody else was motherfucking turning on you, including Petty, when he shut the door in your face. Fuck.
Y'all
And
need to stop saying Friends is a racist. She's not a racist. Y'all need to stop that shit.
Boxes are open, y'all. I don't want anyone to feel silenced. So
You guys using words you shouldn't be fucking using. If anything, you guys are the racist. Sitting with people that use those words. No, you shut the fuck up. La la.
Ooh. Free FWA, man. I fuck with FWA though, man. I mean, you're absolutely right, MJ. FWA does 100% have the right to defend herself. There's a lot of individuals who have the right to defend themselves, especially if you're spreading misinformation or some bullshit. By the way, this is Kal-El. By the way, I wish you didn't block me. I did not mean to come up at first, but free FWA, man. You know, stay blessed. God bless.
That's right, Ghost. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let
Like,
them
nah,
know.
they really, you know, I think anybody, no matter who it is on either side, you know, if some bullshit's bullshit being spread about me as well,
That's
you know what I'm saying? And when people, especially if you can't substantiate that shit, you shouldn't be spreading that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my fault. What's up, FWA? I'm gonna let you.
Cal, let's also keep saying this. They're deflecting off the fact that a numerous of YT people have used the word nigger, and y'all keep deflecting off that. Y'all went from knowing that a few of the YT folks on y'all side is using the word nigger just blankly like Skittles off into FWA as a bully. You see how they deflected that? I told Amber it was gonna happen. Ask her. I told Amber it was gonna happen. Ask Amber if I told her it was gonna happen. They stopped you from talking about what really needed to be talked about to start talking about I'm a bully. Want to know why? Because they ain't gonna never sit with the truth that a lot of them are covert racist, is what I said. A lot of them are covert racist. If you sit with somebody that say the word nigger, or ask anyone, or sit with anyone that asks someone to say the word nigger, you are a fucking covert racist. And I mean it. You know better than to be sitting with people that say that shit. That means you allow it and you're okay with it. And if anybody disagrees, come up and tell MJ you disagree. All right? Okay.
And MJ, they keep saying I misgender. I didn't misgender anyone. I used the word, I wasn't even thinking, and I said the word it, I guess. And I apologized for that. I respect everybody. I take them for who they are, and that's it. You guys can say whatever the fuck you want. I apologized, and that's it. And I'm not going to apologize again. Okay?
wait,
That's
was
all
it you or was it FWA? I thought they were saying it was FWA.
No, someone said that I misgendered someone. The only thing I said, it was me, Bougie, and somebody else. We were just having a conversation, and I said the word it, whatever. Okay. But the thing is that the next day they were talking about it, and I heard it, and I went up in the panel and I apologized for what I said. I didn't mean to say what I said. It was an accident. That's it. But
Hey, can I say what she said? As in the LGBTQ, she said, I don't care if it's a he, she, or it.
that's not what I said, actually. I know what I said. Was it,
What did you
this is
say
what I
then?
said. I said, was
Is
it
there
born
hold
a
on.
girl or a
Hold on.
boy?
Everybody pause. Is there a clip?
Yes, there is a clip. I said, was it born a girl or a boy? That's what I said.
Okay, before y'all go on to the Thunderdome, this is Sparta, whatever y'all doing, I just want to make a factual statement here. Black people cannot be racist. Look up racism. Who created it? We can be prejudiced. We can be bigoted, and we can damn sure hurt your feelings. But we can never be racist. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day,
Can
Cartel.
somebody send me the clip so I can just play it? Because I don't.
Yeah.
There's no point in an argument. I want to hear exactly what was said. Because there's no commentary to be had unless we
Right.
play a clip.
And that Megan, it was Megan's live, yeah, it was Megan's live. They were talking about it, and I got up in the box and I apologized for it. And then they spoke about it again in FWA's live, and I apologized again about it. But they want to keep saying that I'm a whatever. If you want me to, I'll say I'm sorry again, but I'm not saying sorry anymore because I respect everybody. I don't disrespect anybody. So if you want to play it, MJ, you can play it, but that's what I said. Because they were talking.
Pin my Discord in the chat if somebody has that clip.
Yeah, because Bougie was talking about something, and I don't know, and I said what I said, and you know, and I didn't realize what I said until somebody brought it up, and I apologized. But thank you for having me in your box, MJ.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, MJ, for having me up. I just wanted to say that, and I did want to hear your take on that because you did eventually give us your take, but I agree with a lot of the things that you said. But I'm gonna let you have your box back. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Free FWA.
Let me ask a genuine question. Why are we policing FWA's reaction so hard, right? Because I've been seeing it everywhere. When instead we could be covering and policing the two creators that heavily encouraged the girl to take the action. Why aren't we doing that? I feel like that energy and that awareness could be directed at the people, Black Messy Talk, that's still participating in the activity, and I feel like we're just ignoring that. Why are we ignoring that to try to police one person's reaction or determine based off of our own opinion what their reaction is? And why are we not holding awareness lives on the fact that Messy Talk on that side is still going hot and heavy at creators? Like, they haven't stopped. It hasn't slowed down. Selective outrage is a perfect word for that. I feel like people get so hyper focused on their dislike for people that they forget that there's other more serious things to cover with that same exact topic. That it's confusing to me. And I refuse to jump on an FWA hate train because the experiences that a lot of you talk about that you have had, I have not had that experience with FWA. So until I have that experience with FWA, there's really not anything I can say because all of the things that most people have said, I have not had that experience. I have not had to pay her to be in her chat. I've never had to pay her to join a box. I've never had to pay her to stay in a box. I've never had to give her any money to have a conversation, and I've never had an issue having a conversation with her. I've never had that experience with her. Ever. Jay, if you're still in here, you're kind of late to the party. I saw your comment of so nobody gives an F about y'all friend Witty saying the N-word. Super late to the party. That's mostly what we have been covering. No, I'm not. Y'all just talking. What are y'all gonna do? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Were you here for the panels and the help that people offered and tried to provide? Were you here for that, or are you just in here to run your mouth dry? Help with a question mark. So you are late to the party. Are you a fake page with 62 followers? Jay, do you want to get a box? How long ago?
Good, good. I've been here for a minute. Well, the reason why what I'm saying is what does sitting on TikTok talking about her and her actions doing? What are you guys actually doing
Again,
to
I'm
stop
going to
this?
ask you
Because
how
there's
long.
go ahead.
Again, I'm going to ask you, how long have you been in here? Were you in here when people were in the panel and we were talking about rehabilitation and people were offering services and free services and trying to get her help and people were checking on her?
So y'all saying that she said it because you're drunk? That's what you're saying? You guys saying that she's drunk, that she's just not a racist? You're making excuses because she has some kind of issue? Is that what you guys are saying?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so then what is the rehabilitation?
Because she's
What's the point of
suffering
that?
from an alcohol
She said what she
issue.
said, right?
I'm gonna
Okay,
need,
so
I'm gonna need you to be quiet for like 30 seconds, okay? Let me catch you up. The rehabilitation would be because she's suffering seriously from an alcohol issue and potentially other things. Okay? As far as the N-word with the hard ER, that has absolutely nothing to do with the rehabilitation thing. Okay? Two totally separate topics, right? I don't like that you come
does
in.
alcohol make you racist?
What?
Does alcohol make you racist? Does alcohol make you say the N-word?
Who's
I'm
saying
just
that?
curious.
Who's saying that?
This person Witty.
Who
This
has
person
said?
Witty, right?
Who has said that the reason that she said the N-word is because she's drunk and they're excusing it? Who in here has said?
Because you clearly said
no
that I was not in here when you had a panel talking about her rehabilitation. Right?
Correct. And
Does
her
that-
using the N-word. And her using the N-word. They're two
So
totally
with that-
different things.
So the rehabilitation, that has something to do with her using the N-word?
No, not at all.
So then what would be the point of me being in here while you have a panel talking about rehabilitation? If I'm talking about the N-word.
Are you not in my live? So you missed the whole context of the first 2 hours, right? And you're coming in here and getting a box under an assumption based off of the way that you feel.
You told me to
not
get a
actually
box.
what happened.
You told me to get a box.
Right, but you're not listening. Because you
I
keep
was
asking
listening.
the same question. You keep asking the same question.
And I haven't got an answer. What are you guys doing other than this habilitation or whatever you guys are saying that you're doing
Okay, so this is what I said.
to stop her being a racist on TikTok?
I told her, right, to log off the app and don't get back on it, to go get help for whatever alcohol thing she's struggling with. And if I see her go live, right, because that word and the racism is very harmful, on top of telling people to go unalive themselves, that at any point that any of us see her between 2 Discords and 400 people, that we see she goes live, she's going to get green lighted. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to do everything in my power to take every single one of her TikTok pages to be able to protect people.
And how do you plan on taking all of her pages to
Oh, we,
protect
honey,
people?
we move in
I'm
silence.
just curious.
We move in silence. But one way that you could help would be
Because isn't there
well,
another individual on here that has said the N word? Actually, it's quite a few people, that has said the N word. They still have pages. How do you
okay.
guys and just by me being around and listening,
Uh-huh.
those people again, still have pages. You guys still platform them like it's not a big deal.
Such
So
such as who? What
I'm
topic
sorry.
are we talking about? Are you like
Such as I'm talking about racism. I'm not talking about anybody's, addiction issues. I'm not talking about rehabilitation. I am talking about racism. I've heard somebody say how they call their friend nigger whatever. I've
yeah,
heard other people say the N word, and they still have pages. You guys still talk with these people. What do you guys gonna do?
Who's we?
Because
Who's we? Are you talking about Megan? That's the only
sure, yeah, she's one of them.
Okay. As soon as I heard that clip, I made the moral compass decision for myself to block her, and I don't talk to her. So I'm not sure who you're talking about as we, unless it's people in the chat. But not
Yes.
me as the host, and not the people that I sit with, my mods.
Okay, I have a bigger question. Where do we go from here as a TikTok community to stop the racism? Like, what do we do? Because we're all on here for a reason, right? To either entertain or be entertained. But I mean, what's the point of the dropping of the N word? And I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, I wish I had an answer for you as far as what's the point in dropping the word, because I don't see a point in dropping the word either. But the most we can do is mass report, and there's a lot of people that we greenlight to help protect people. Do I sit on live and announce that every time I go live? No, and I don't need to. And be proactive. Start calling people out. Start holding the accountability. Play the clips. And honestly, sadly, even if you play the clips, there's still going to be people that find a reason or an excuse to sit over there. And that's just something we have to accept, that it boils down to us as individuals, right? Because we can't be responsible for everybody else. We can be responsible for our platforms, right? So I'm not going to let that word be said in my chats. I'm not going to let that word be said in my panels, right? As live creators, we have to be responsible for our live platforms. But as individuals, we also need to be responsible with who we surround ourselves with.
True.
And things like that. So there is only so much we can do, but we can definitely bring awareness to it.
Can I just ask one thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Rissa.
So you're asking what we're doing, right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna
Well,
do?
first and foremost, what I plan to do with this witty person, which is why I asked, is does she work with children? Because if she works with children, I wouldn't want, maybe somebody that looks like me to be around someone that cannot just not say one word. So that's one reason why I was asking does she work with children? And two, if she does work with the general public, I do think the general public needs to know that somebody like that has ideologies like that.
So what
That's
are
crazy.
you going to do through TikTok? What are you going to do that you are expecting us to
Why are
also
you
do
screaming?
the same thing?
Are you
I'm
okay?
not
Are you
screaming.
okay?
Are you okay?
No, yeah, you are. Come on.
I'm not.
We cannot hear you.
I'm not. But what are you going to do on TikTok? Like the rest of us, what are you
Oh,
expecting
no. I'm
us
not
to
going to
do?
do anything on TikTok. I'm
So
going
why
to
are
do
you
something
coming
outside
at
of
other
TikTok.
people?
Which
So
why I'm
okay, so
asking.
why are
Nobody's
you?
coming at nobody.
You are though.
Nobody's coming at nobody.
So let me
No,
ask
I'm
this.
not.
Do you think
I'm not.
that TikTok is one way to get it out to the public? Because what I'm not going to do is ever dox anybody, right? So the thing with Witty in
Yeah, of
particular,
course.
she has people that sits around her, right? There's people that sit around her that she has built a bond and a relationship with, that have her number and her address and things like that. So basically what happened today was some of those people They agreed, like they're done. They're not going to enable her anymore. But at the same time, using the N word shouldn't mean that somebody.
Red Rose, you're more than welcome to go real life on me, and I can.
Hold on a second. The choices that we make doesn't ever warrant somebody to have to feel like they want to take their life, right? And so even though we cannot fuck with somebody, right, they do something that doesn't align with our moral compass, that doesn't mean that they should have to lose their life. So if somebody can still reach out and try to get this person to get help, that is completely separate from them using the N-word. So even if they set it up and they get her the help, that doesn't mean that when she comes back, or if she comes back to the app, that everybody's going to be like, oh, we're besties now because she got the help she needed. For at least for me, that's not going to be the case. I'm going to be happy if she accepts the help. I wish well for everybody, but there's just shit that I don't align with and I refuse to sit with. So as far as asking, well, what are we going to do from the internet? What are we doing? What are we accomplishing by going TikTok live? Well, I mean, it's kind of what you said, to be honest. It's bringing awareness to communities. On the side of the FYP that we sit on, we play the clips and we let people know. I'm not going to call this woman's job. Okay. I'm not going to give out her address. I'm not going to give out her phone number. I'm not going to do any of that. I don't need to do any of that because there's people that have sat with her and built a relationship with her that can help handle her in the ways that it needs to be handled.
I just don't understand why it is so wrong for people to want to help a marginalized people that say, hey, we don't want to hear this word anymore. We don't feel comfortable when this word is said about our people. And then people that are allies to that. What is making someone so aggressively angry by that, like about that? Like, what could you possibly have to say when people who are of that color or of other colors, other, generalized groups say, hey, you know what? I feel that's not okay. You're being wronged as a people. I agree with that. Let's spread awareness on that. And you know what? I'm doing what I can from my area, from my platform. And then you all come together and go, yeah, that's dope. We love that. Let's all do that. And then other people still can find where I just want to know where the ideology comes from, where you go, I'm angry about that. Don't do that. What do you want us to do about that just because you're helping people? Can someone explain that to me more?
Is your question
like, what's the ideology behind someone becoming aggressive towards you guys helping us to see people that are using slurs, that are condemning those using slurs, and what is the ideology where you're mad at that? That's what I'm getting from the other person that's mad about this conversation, or it's like, what do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? Are you mad? Like, does it make you angry? Like, that we would like peace on the app of like not using that word or having a stance on not using slurs from other people in general. Like, if you're mad, why, what is the angry part of that? Because that seems to be everyone's quick to anger with that. And I never understood when I say, hey, please don't say nigga. I'm black, but I just don't feel comfortable with you saying it. Please don't say that.
Yeah.
And then you get enraged. Where does that enraged place come from? Can someone explain that to me?
Who's enraged? Because if you're talking about Rissa, what's enraging Rissa is the way that Jay came in here and was in the comments trying to make us feel like what we were doing is the problem. So basically exactly what you just said, the way that Jay was commenting, that's what it was portraying. Like it was a problem.
Okay.
Or like, what are we going to do from the internet? What are we doing? Or she was trying to mix the fact of like, or she was trying to say that we were excusing Witty's behavior just because they were
that's
people.
not,
Hold
that's
on,
not what I meant.
please don't interrupt me, because that is exactly what happened, and there are 300 people in here that can confirm. She was trying to say that we were making an excuse for Witty just because she needed rehab or something like that. But the problem is she came in 2 hours after the conversation was had. She missed the entire panel where everything as separate, right? Because the racism was separate from the fact that she still deserves her life and she needs help. They're two
Mm-hmm.
totally separate things. And Jay
Mm-hmm.
didn't come in that way. Jay came in under the assumption that they were both the same and that we were excusing the behavior because we were talking about rehab.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what enraged Rissa, because we've been in here for hours having the conversation.
Oh, okay. Because two things can very much be true at the same time.
Yeah, no, I wasn't mad. I'm not mad about anything that you're saying. I'm mad that she's acting as if we didn't already address that. She came in late to the conversation. What's wrong?
And like didn't see the addressing already.
Yeah,
so it was
and then she still was up here trying to clock shit like she knew what she was talking about, and she wasn't here. So then she kept asking, okay. She kept asking what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You missed what we already had said. So then it got reiterated to her, and she's still asking, what are you guys gonna do? Well, then what are you gonna do about it?
Are you
If
okay?
we
You
already
still
told
upset?
you.
Okay.
Who's upset?
I see both sides.
You are. You have this like crazy attitude.
This is how I
You
talk.
okay?
I'm not yelling at you. Miss, try me not. Do you feel
Who are
like
you
I'm
yelling
yelling
at
at
then?
you?
I
Who are
mean,
you yelling
when
at
I came in, I just felt heat from
Yeah, because
the conversation.
yeah.
So it was kind of
Yeah,
like that's why I was
because
trying to figure out who's mad at who. Because I know from the platform, I know like MJ, like from that platform, she's always like I'm not sure your pronouns, but I know this she pronouns. Yeah, you're always very much standing for like utilitarianism, very much also standing for social rights, for usually just like the correct standpoint. So I was just trying to figure out where that aggression was coming from in general, because I think maybe that can also be perceived as like not getting something across, whereas anybody I always had,
I promise, if you look at the chat, I'm literally just talking. This is not me. I'm calm as fuck. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I just wanted to let her know, like, you missed the conversation, bro. And now, so what are you going to do? You keep asking the same question in different ways over and over and over again. What are you going to do? And you said you're going to take it real life. That's not what we said, because this is TikTok. We are not. You spoke already.
Basically, what it boils down
Can I
to
respond?
Basically, what it boils down to is when you came in, you didn't read the room, you didn't have the facts, and you were making assumptions. And I think that's what got people upset.
How is going real life? Because from my understanding, that's what you want to do. How is that going to help her see that what she's saying is racist, first of all? And how is that going to help with her
Saying the
addiction?
N-word is racist. Is it not?
Did you not hear what I just said?
You're not listening, Jay.
Not at all.
You're listening to hear, but you're
No,
not
she's
listening to
listening.
listen.
She's listening to respond,
Okay.
honey.
Yeah,
She's not listening to
but
understand.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. Go
Okay,
ahead, I'm listening.
how I've been sitting here listening to you, okay, and you kept saying, "What are you guys gonna do?" And so when Rissa said, "What are you gonna do?" you came back and you said you wanted to know if this person worked with children. You wanted to know if she worked with the general public. Those are all indicative of reaching out and doing things off the app in real life. How is that going to teach her that her racist ways are not fucking cool, first of all? And how is that also going to help in her addiction?
Well, I don't know anything about her addiction, so I will say that. Now, as far as going real life, obviously, going real life will not help her. I get that. And I said that out of anger and frustration. Obviously, nobody has time to do that. But again, oh, go ahead. You're going to talk. I
No, I'm
just don't
not.
want to cut anybody off.
I'm not. I'm sorry. It might be the background here.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. No, I think for me, instead of having the conversation focused on, the racism and whatnot, it was when FWA came up, it was like, well, FWA did this, FWA did that, and it took away from the true problem, in my opinion. And again, I could be wrong.
You are wrong.
I'm just saying my opinion.
You came
okay,
late.
and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, you
and
showed up
that may be the case.
that may be the case. That it is.
And that, again, like I said, that may be the case. But at this point in time, I've heard that person say that word. I've heard multiple people in not your camp, not I won't say you. I think since this is happening in your space, it kind of happened as if like I was coming at you, but I wasn't. It was more of the people that sit around, the people who are saying the N word. Like, what are we going to do with that? Because obviously, like OG said, you know, what's the point of going real life, right? It doesn't do anything. So obviously, what other options do you have other than, I guess you were saying that you were going to, so quote unquote, blacklist her in some kind of way? Not right, MJ. That's kind of your solution, was more of telling her to get off the app and not really, you know, having platforming her. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't really on a regular basis platform Witty anyway. What green light means is mass report and or get her pages taken, so she doesn't have TikTok live access.
Okay.
And Jay, I commend you at least for backtracking and at least trying to, you know, come from a place. I think if there's something that an ally wants to do for people of color that have to deal with this kind of lifestyle, which is on the daily basis, you're going to hear it. And people in schools are going to hear it. You know, in the street, you hear it. You get treated certain kind of ways, just checking out in a line. Like, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And I think in the case that, like, if we're trying to say come together, like, and I mean, maybe her delivery was bad, Jay, in the moment. I wasn't here for all of it. It's just that I would encourage people who do agree with the scenario that is wrong, or who just in general care about activism or care about people of color who experience these kind of things, just to hold space for, like, in those moments where, say, the delivery might be wrong, but when somebody says it to me, my delivery is wrong every time. I'm going to tell you that right now. My delivery is out the window. So, like, maybe even though as you can feel, you know, upset or disrespected in that moment, from another, you know, person of color who flips out, in this conversation, just to hold space in that sometimes. That's all I would suggest is in caring about us, or I always personally appreciate, as a woman of color, somebody stepping up and saying, this isn't all right. We are going to like, we're not going to say this is okay. We're having this conversation for y'all in, you know, response to stand with y'all in solidarity. In that same instance, I would just hope that you preaching that, you would also say, okay, you know, that person might have flipped out in that moment, but this person's coming full circle and figuring out where they were wrong. Let's not hammer her to the cross, considering that's just what is going on here. You might not have a perfect delivery every time when it comes to the use of the word. You know, so I just commend
and
you in that way.
I will admit that I let my own emotions take the best of me in the chat, for sure. Because it's like, we come in here to, you know, we come to TikTok to chill. We come to have fun. You know, nobody wants to turn on, you know, or flick through TikTok and you hear nigger. It's like, come on.
And it's a lot.
Like,
It's a lot. It happens often. Like, so
literally had somebody unalive themselves on here. It's a
So,
lot going
can I
on.
ask something real quick? Because you just brought up the unaliving. I know on some of our platforms, we all feel a certain way. Can I ask what you guys are doing about that? What are
as
you guys
people of
doing
color,
on your platforms to stand for that girl that was bullied for so long?
well, I share every single thing that I can about it anytime it comes up. I'm
too.
on panels often, and whenever it's brought up, or even if it's not. Lately, I've been bringing up bullying on this app as it pertains to racial divide for a long time. But I don't have a huge platform, and we don't really too much care what regular people think. But in regards to that, I'm forever going to continue anytime there is something to share, because it's going to die out as well. You just stop seeing things to share about it, or in general find rooms that will allow you to panel and talk about it as time goes on. So as it's available to me, I'm still bringing it up all the time, still sharing anything I can about it. And my stance is, and will still continue to be, that nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to feel so minimalized, whatever they're talking about when they're paneling, that they should A, feel they need to do that to themselves, and B, have people making fun of them afterwards with that. And as far as people of color can come in, it comes to unaliving and the rates of which we unalive ourselves being, disproportionately higher because of the poverty rate and because of, things we experience in everyday life. For y'all, it might be something you guys see. People who are not, and I say y'all, I mean people that are not people of color might see this and go, okay, well, this is the first time this is brought to the forefront. What are you guys going to do about this? What have Black people as a whole been able to come together and do in light for people of color in general without having allies that are not people of color to stand with them about it? Would this story have taken any flight if people who are not people of color would have, reported on it? Because in the Black community, I'll tell you just right now, we share things all the time about things like this, and they go nowhere until TMZ picks it up, until white creators, if you will, pick it up. And that's just the truth.
And that's sad. Like, that's sad as fuck, honestly.
So it's like you can say, well, what are you guys going to do about this as a whole? We've been doing it. We've been talking about it just the same way with, the ICE raids and things are going on with that, where Mexican people are truly like mad at us. Like, why are you not doing more? And it's like, but we've been doing this. We've been fighting this fight for a hot minute. But it's like, until there's people that are not Black people stepping in and experiencing the same things and having to deal with the same kind of traumas, nobody's talking about it. Truly. No one's talking about it. So it's like, while we're trying to be helpful and try to always hold space for other people experiencing trauma when it comes to race and just the invalidating experience that it is as a whole, we're barely holding it down for us. Because as you can see, we're absolutely not. We're not able to. So, in regards to that would be my response. I'm going to forever advocate for any person of color. I'm going to advocate for people who are not people of color, who struggle with those ideations. It's never a case of that. I'm human before I'm anything else. And it's terrible. It's a terrible situation. And I will blast that. I will blast that forever, because you should not ever feel comfortable enough on a platform that you can literally bully someone into, that word, and then sit on this app and go, well, I'm just paneling. Well, I'm just hanging out. Well, I'm just doing this. No, you're not. We're all real people. We're all having real conversations. We should be held to ethics. And that's where this comes into that same conversation. What are you going to do with your ethical standpoint? And I commend all the ladies that have brought something to these conversations, and generally oftentimes do bring it to this platform. Particularly, I see all the time having ethical conversations, having conversations that bring us further from that weird gossip and that drama and into having actual thought, having critical conversation. Because that's the first step in anything. Changing anything, we have to have a critical conversation, critical theory, actual movement. So,
Did I hear you say that you don't really go live, or you don't have a platform?
Yeah.
Okay, just my personal opinion, I definitely think you should. You have a very strong, powerful voice, and you are somebody that I would love to sit and listen to. Absolutely.
That's really nice. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate all of you guys listening to and respectfully listening to me and to each other, and just us making that space for each other. It's a really beautiful thing, I think, to see that people, for us to move in that direction where we can talk.
I agree. I'll hit you with a follow right now. I highly recommend using your live platform. Have you ever been live at all, like on your own?
I just recently went live, like for the first time the other day, because I wanted to be able to just be able to. And I know you have to like fill credentials, like you have to meet to like whole lives alone. So I think I did the first of 2. But yeah, in the future, I want to panel more in that, because I have a background in social work and I want to have more conversations regarding that, and just in general in all kinds of fields when it comes to, people of color, activism, debate, all that kind of thing. So I do have conversations with that. People who know me or have heard me talk before or see my name. Sometimes you might have seen me in other panels, but I definitely like to go live like on my own too and have these kind of conversations. So I appreciate that, and I'll try to take that up a level. See what happens. But I appreciate y'all for giving me that space.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat said that they follow you and they're down for it as well. I gave you a follow, and I'll be watching out too. I would be more than happy to listen to you. I'm always willing to be in spaces, especially if it provides me with more education, right? Because there's never a limit in learning, in my opinion.
Right.
So
For
yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah, please go live. I highly encourage it and get those hours in so that it opens up your panels and yeah, have these conversations and encourage. And as far as Jay, I did see your apology in the chat and I appreciate that. And my only request would be to just normalize like just reading the room, right? Because for people like me who I'm trying to be an ally. I know I do not share those experiences with you guys, but I am an ally, and it is discouraging. It is discouraging for me to have you come in hot and make me feel some kind of way when you've missed the whole context. So
Hmm.
I do appreciate the apology. And yeah, just normalize, reading the room or but again, and I understand your frustration and anger, and I can't say anything to that because I don't share your experience.
And it might not always
Okay,
be right,
that's fair.
but it was really
And I
good to see
apologize
that.
as well. And also
Oh.
apologize to Riza as well.
Yeah, my bad, girl. I don't know. It was just frustrating.
Yeah.
Good job, ladies.
No, I get it. I get it.
I agree with that, Monster. I don't. You guys see Monster's comment? She says it's absolutely discouraging being an ally and being called a racist. Monster has been called a racist quite a few times lately. When she has definitely stood up and spoke and has been an ally every time I've seen. Heather, yes, I was just about to tell MJ too. Whitty did call me and she said she was crying, and I'll be honest, I don't, and I might get hate for this, and I'm fine. I don't have any fucking sympathy left for her right now. I just don't.
Period.
It's sad because those that know me know who my child, I have a child, and I can't. And I told her, you need fucking help. There's nothing I can do, for you anymore until you get help yourself. And she did ask me, like, did I really say that to Amanda? And I said, yeah, you fucking did. And that's disgusting. And she tried to say something along the lines of she only said that word because she kept getting accused for it. I said, there's no excuse for it. There's no excuse. And today was probably the wrong day to hit me with this bullshit because I don't give a fuck. She said that she didn't know, she dropped from the box because she didn't know if people were gonna unmute her while she was getting sick or something. And I just flat out said there's just still no excuse. Like, there's none. She said, I'm deleting my accounts. And I said, well, it's probably best. I said, you might want to talk to MJ. I said, but I don't know which way, that's going to go because everybody's had enough. Your alcoholism is no excuse for your shitty fucking behavior anymore.
And that's a fine place to come from too. Like, just even, holding space, telling somebody like, okay, I know you're having these mental health issues and stuff too, but that could be a contributing factor why you're having these. Like, you have to start looking at doing some inner work too,
Well, and Miss Carmina, so I do have history with this person, but I had to create boundaries a few weeks ago because every time this person gets drunk, we get called some pretty foul fucking things. I don't have to deal with that. Like, I'm 43, I have kids of my own, you're a grown-ass woman, like, no. But when I wake up this morning and get shown that, and then we're going to play the on a live card, which I have to say a lot of times when I confront this person on the back end about shit, that gets thrown on me. And that's hard with myself who struggles with mental health as it is. So I feel like that is a card to get me to feel bad. And I can't do it no more. I can't.
You can't throw that around too. It's like the boy who cried wolf. They tell you that story as a kid for a reason. Like, it's true. I totally can understand your standpoint from that. Just, you're trying to be good to people and try to give them the space and the benefit of the doubt, but that only goes so far,
Yeah.
And there's no, a good friend of mine that's in this chat right now says, use your privilege for good and, use your voice for good. And
Yeah.
I try, but there's some times where I just want to grab people by their head and just shake them like rag dolls and be like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. Because how do you do that? Like, how do you, like, hold space for you when you want to hold space for people? People should not use, and that's not the first thing ever that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about a decision I've made, as you know, and what has happened as a result. The first thing that I bring up is not, oh well, let me explain why something has made me disoriented, or a certain way that I was affected in my other areas of my life that has made me now continuously, engage in this kind of behavior.
Well, and I mean, let's be honest. And I feel I can speak on this because I struggle with mental health, horribly. That does not give me room for shitty fucking behavior. It does not give me room to make comments or say things or call people things or tell people to unalive themselves. This shit that's been done in the last 24 hours from this person, like, no, that's no excuse. And an addiction is no excuse for that shit either.
And I think that's like commendable. Just, I think all of us even having like a conversation where everybody came full circle and everybody was able to rationalize where maybe they misstepped. Everybody, you just see that more likely to happen in communities, especially like with Black folks in general, like where we experience stuff like this. We still can be some of the most open people that I've seen, just that will be open to giving other people a chance. Like, just from our own experiences, we'll still step back and go, you know what? Maybe you made a bad choice. Maybe you can change from that. And maybe you can see something in this conversation that can help you build off of that to where you're not going to react this way anymore. Or you'll have different thoughts on the people of color, or a certain, experiences sometimes can build the way you act. And then experiences, sometimes it's just deeply rooted in your family. But like also making your own choices, OG, like, and just saying I can't do this anymore, that doesn't make you a bad human being. It doesn't make you at all up for debate on like who you are or your sense of morality, because like you can't just throw that in there and go, oh, okay, well, I'm feeling this way now and this is all because of this. Like, but what happened before?
Right. Well, and I'm a firm believer on when history repeats itself. I'm literally with this specific person doing the definition of insanity. Because we're trying something, over and over. When I was in MJ's live earlier, when people called me in here, a girl did reach out that wants treatment. And I'm sorry if this sounds shitty of me, but if we keep wasting our time on people that don't fucking want the help, we're missing those that do.
Mm-hmm.
So while I'm in here circle jerking in a fucking box about Witty, I have a girl reach out to me and say, hey, I'm addicted to XYZ. I want the help, and I'm not saying me being in here was a bad thing, because I made sure to jump out of here, and before I went into the store, I did talk to her. But do you know how many that we miss while fucking around with people that don't truly want it?
Right, that is true too.
They have to be ready.
Yeah, and for months, I mean, I don't know what Sammy said before I came in here earlier, MJ, but I can tell you this. Sammy and I have tried for probably a better part of a year and a half to get Witty into some type of treatment. And that was my final text to her, is you have got to want the fucking help. We can't want it for you. And that's for anybody, not just her. We know that. That's for anybody.
Yeah. Facts.
You can't want it more than the person who it's for.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, we can, right, Rissa? Like, we can. We can be like, yeah, we really want them to, but you can't. If they're not ready, then they ain't gonna do it. Hi, baby.
Right. That won't lead to long-term recovery at all,
Yeah.
They don't want it to. I just wanted to thank you guys for letting me come up. I'm going to jump down now. But thank you so much for your time.
So thank you for your insight, and highly encourage you to start going live. I know you got a lot of followers, new followers from in here. And I look forward to seeing you live. So make sure you hit that live.
Right. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for your time. All right.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed listening to her, because I love listening to people who can educate and not scream. My 70-year-old mom's putting her commentary in back here. um, but
Thank you,
when you
guys.
can have like an open dialogue conversation, that's great. And you don't it's you don't always have to see it one way, because if you always see it one way, then you're not learning. It's not expanding anything. And so I really liked, listening to it. And I jumped up because when I heard the whole thing about when Jay said, well, what are you guys going to do about it? And she said about finding out she works with children in the community. Well, wait, but at the same time, we always say don't go in real life. So
Yeah, it's like, where do you draw that line?
Mhm.
I'm always going to draw that line if it means saving a life, right?
Right.
Like earlier, and I asked, can someone do like a wellness check? I never hesitate with that. If I have a concern or I know that there's a genuine concern, at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck what anybody on the internet thinks about a decision I'm going to make that could potentially save someone's life. And I think that if it's a serious matter, that nobody should,
Nope. And I agree there. We've done that before, MJ. We've been on Smashly's platform probably about a year ago, and people come in and say they want to end their life, or we've been sent messages, and I will be the first to admit I will definitely dig into your shit then to find out where the fuck you are, and I will send the police and and I don't feel bad about it.
I just came to say, Miss Try Me Not, we've sat in boxes before. I will sit in boxes with you, and hi, it's me. I'm the friend that said you don't pick a bitch for good.
I was gonna say your name, but I was like, I don't know if you
Powers
want
for
to.
good. But yeah, she dropped before I came in. But yeah, follow her. She does this.
Yes, Cartel is my friend that's on the front and the back end. We have great talks, and I highly recommend having a friend like Cartel that can literally shed light on, all kinds of shit both ways.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I mean, one of the things that she said, honestly, when have we ever and that's why I said earlier about we can't be racist. Racism is a power system. When have we ever held the power to make shit shake without allies? So that was one of the most powerful things that she said up here, and I appreciate that. Keep using your powers for good, y'all. And yeah, that's absolutely the way Rissa talks. I know her too. She just comes off sounding big and mean, but she's
Like,
really
damn. Why was everybody saying I was yelling? This is me. Y'all can actually hear me talking like a normal.
It's her calm.
Yeah, you can hear me talking because I got a new phone.
The first
So
thing
now
you'll
you can
hear
hear
is
me.
when she's pissed off, her camera will be on, her finger will be pointed, she'll be swirling it in a circle and saying, hello? Hello? So that's when you'll know. All right, I'm going back down.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down. I just got a text. Was Amanda in here at some point in time, MJ?
Yeah, she was. Her and FWA were going at it a little bit about the Rizzy thing, and I don't know. They were going back and forth with each other a little bit. Yeah, she was in here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, FWA has disrespected Amanda quite a bit and called misgendered people quite a bit, and I do think
We talked about that. But respectfully, Amanda came up here disrespectfully too. So that's like a topic that, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't have clips, and I'm not saying I don't believe anybody, but it's just like a lot of banter, right? There's like a ton of banter, but we can't call someone a bully, and we can't do all this and that if you're going to join a panel and actively bully somebody. And I also said, like, and I respect how people feel, but it's just confusing for me because those experiences that they're sharing that they've had with FWA, I have not had those same experiences, and I'm not going to hate train, and I'm not going to do a bunch of shit. And I asked Amanda 2 questions. I said, are you aware that, you know, the clips that she was referring to, the FWA doesn't sit with Messy Talk anymore. She's not on that side of the FYP. And then I asked her if she was aware that FWA had a conversation with Rizzy prior to the event happening that happened. And she said no to both, and then continued wanting to argue. And I'm like, I mean...
So, maybe tensions are high. I will say this. Amanda is a very reasonable person. Amanda's another one that I love sitting and listening to because she does have a lot of knowledge. There has been some shit slinging there. And I think you're getting, not you, but just in general, right? 2 very strong personalities between FWA and Amanda. Some of us, I did come in at one point when you said something about how many people have a problem with FWA just because of Florida Man. Some of us don't have problems with FWA because of Florida Man. Some of us have problems with FWA because of FWA. And that shit gets dismissed. Which is whatever to me. I don't care. I still sleep good at night. I don't give a shit. But my issue with somebody is not because of Florida Man, and quite frankly, I'm tired of being roped into the whole. I just said this last night. I planned on going live to speak on it tonight. I'm tired of. I'm me, right? Just like you're you, MJ. Your platform's you. I'm OG. My feelings, my thoughts, my opinions are mine. They're not because of somebody else. And I'm so irritated that I feel like it keeps getting roped into because Florida Man doesn't like this person. I don't. No, I don't like people for my own reasons. I like people that Florida Man may not like. So it's getting really fucking frustrating. But and yes, Monster is correct there. A lot of people did hold their tongues about things with FWA out of respect for how Florida Man did feel about FWA. That is true. But I'm gonna jump down and eat now. But I know that while going real life might sound great on Witty, I think she needs to sit in her shit right now, and I think she needs to get help. And I'm sorry, but we've been trying for over a year and it hasn't happened. And we'll be here, right? When she says, hey, when she reaches out and says, I'm ready for treatment, I'll make that call to Sammy. But until then, I had to draw a boundary, and I know other people had to draw boundaries way before this shit happened this morning. It's exhausting. So.
Yeah, it is very exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
The beef and the drama as a whole gets exhausting. And what I was talking about earlier is that, like I said, my experience with somebody is not everyone else's experience for somebody. And I always encourage people, like, don't draw your conclusion about somebody just based off of somebody else's experience or opinion, right? We're human beings, which means most of us don't learn until we learn the lesson.
That's true. That's very true. And I agree. I totally agree. Like, just because somebody doesn't like somebody doesn't mean I don't have to like that person. And I feel like on this app lately, like, I feel like if I'm in here, right, and people say, oh, well, you sit with MJ, or say I'm in Rissa's live, oh, you sit with Rissa, that means you can't, like, say, stay classy. I'm just naming off names right now. And that's such bullshit. Like, I'm over it. I'm so over it. Because
yeah, like, why can't we normalize people being in spaces to have conversations? Right. Obviously, if there's people that don't align with us, there's plenty of people that I blocked that I don't align with. So chances are I'm probably not going to be in their live having conversations. But why do we put this label on people that just because we're in a space that we sit with that person, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you don't really frequent my lives, right? Witty was the topic. Obviously, you're familiar with Witty, so you're here today having a conversation. So tossing the label on OG to even say, oh, well, OG sits with MJ. Not really. Like,
But say okay, say 4 or 5 days out of 7 days you go live and I happen to pop in and out. Automatically that label will get put on me.
Yep,
And it
exactly.
does.
Yep,
It
that's
does.
exactly how it works. You be around too often, people see you too many times, and it's over with from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
And
that's
then it's like MJ, you could say fucking apples are bad, and automatically it's OG thinks apples are bad because she sits with MJ.
yeah.
And it's shitty. It's shitty that it has to be that way. And we need to start normalizing people being able to say, hey, I don't care for this fucking person, even though they sit or are in lives that we're in as well, without having to fear being attacked. Which I'll speak on that on my own shit tonight, but it's just gotten a bit ridiculous. But I appreciate you for holding this live today. I didn't know it was going on. Like I said, people started sending it to me and saying, hey, they're asking for you in there, and I'm like, what? And then I realized what it was about. But I did get woke up to that clip, and it was pretty disgusting, and there's no helping her until she's ready to get help. Now she claims that she deleted her shit. I don't know. I didn't look. I'm not a babysitter, and quite frankly, I'm exhausted with that whole situation anymore.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's really important to set that boundary too. You can only ask somebody of something, so many times. Even if you care about them, still setting that healthy boundary, not only to protect them, but to protect yourself,
But at what point, MJ, like, and this is what I ran into, I cared about her as a person, as a friend, but how many cunts and bitches do I get called for not agreeing with what she does before I have to say, okay, girl, like, you do you, and I'm gonna do me, and I don't have to take your verbal abuse every time you're intoxicated.
Yep.
And that's what I did. And so then I was, a cunty bitch for that, which, cool. I'll be a cunty bitch. I guess. I mean, at this point, fuck it. I'll make me a shirt with it. So it's crazy. I agree, Monster. But, all right. You guys have a great night. Thanks, MJ.
Thank you so much. AK said her profile is gone.
If at any point you want to drop me, just go ahead and do it.
Right now it's good. Yeah. Not making your experience with somebody everybody else's. Because I feel like in doing that, you're gonna spend so much time in your day trying to break down situations to try to figure out who's at fault or why somebody did what they did, or we see the lies all the time on this app. And people just comfortably, with no receipts, just saying shit. And respectfully, it was 3 or 4 weeks ago, Monster, if you're still in here. So Joyce was in your box, and she said that she had to pay FWA to either get in the box or stay in the box or whatever. And she said it without hesitation, and that was a blatant lie. And I actually have DMs with Joyce where I have a discussion with her, and I tell her, that's odd because I never heard FWA ask for $1 out of her to be in a box. And it was when Megan was being discussed. And it was irritating FWA, kind of maybe like the excuses that Joyce was giving. Whatever. And I feel like it irritated Joyce, but as a result, she sat in your box and told a lie to try to make somebody look bad. And Joyce admitted to me that she misspoke. But to me, that's not a mistaken misspoke. You said it with your whole chest. And it's just little things like that. It's always just like the little things like that. And that's why I'm always really so big on receipts. Like, don't come in here and try to tell me, well, they did this and they did that and they did this. And it's not that I don't believe you, but in general, especially people that I don't know in the chat, I don't believe you. I need a receipt. If it's day one people that I know I can trust because they know what my standard is, and I'm not going to sit here and look stupid and talk about something without a receipt, then that's a little bit different. But again, my experience with somebody is not ever going to be somebody else's experience. She was meaning she gifted to stay, right? But she portrayed it as if it was like a requirement of FWA, and that's just simply not the truth. And I know that, well, first of all, because I was in there and FWA never asked for a gift or even $1. I've never gifted FWA to get a box or stay in a box. I feel like Joyce felt like in her head or her heart that was going to be a requirement, or that would get her a box longer. But to try to make it look like FWA forced her or asked her to pay, or like that's a stipulation, I feel like that's wrong. That kind of puts a bad label on somebody. And not just because it's FWA, it could be anybody. You know, I would be offended if somebody came and said that to me, like, oh, I felt like if I gifted, she'd let me stay longer. And that's just simply not the case. You know? And it could be harmful, especially if there's people that dislike somebody, like the dislike for FWA right now. That could get molded and shaped into a whole different thing. And now you have other people, because one thing we know for a fact is chats love to run with shit. People love to run with shit with no facts. We see it all the time. So now you got 50 other people being like, oh yeah, well, fuck that creator, because apparently in order for you to have a voice, you have to pay. You know? And it can be harmful. It is harmful. And it's not necessary. It's a very unnecessary thing. It's hard lines to draw, you know? People flood our chats all the time with shit, or like an expectation that we hold other people accountable. Well, if you're not having a conversation with that creator you have a problem with for whatever reason, why should I have to take your place to have that conversation with them for a resolution? Am I always willing to mediate? Absolutely. But both parties have to be willing to talk. And if one party's not willing to talk and you keep trying to pressure them and you're bullying and harassing them because they don't want to talk, well, that's inappropriate too. People have to be ready for things. And we can't throw a fit. As grown-ups, we can't throw a fit just because somebody's not ready for something. And that goes all across the board too. I think I'm gonna hop off here and eat my dinner. I was gonna play that Woody's live, but it's getting a little bit late. But I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate everybody that showed up. I don't know. All we can do is focus as individuals. Like, how can we be better? How can we act different? What can we do to make a difference? You know? I will be live at an hour and 5. Oh, Uni, is your battle? Grab a box and tell me about your battle. Is your battle's today, right?
Yes, my battle is get on 15 minutes early, but it'll be start at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Period.
So, just a reminder, since I know some people need reminders a lot, self included.
Are you judging me?
No, I just know how your brain works.
You're totally judging me right now. It's fine. Everything's fine.
No. Also, I bought a new mini today, and so yeah. Milk and cookies.
A new what? What is that?
It's one of the mini toys that Benty plays with.
Oh, I blocked Venti out of here today.
But yeah, I do minis too. I got them. This one's a Target brand one. Look at the ball.
That's super cute.
And so I got the milk and cookies.
Period.
And hair, be hairing today.
Fire. Okay, so
Fire.
what time Eastern Standard?
It starts at 8, but I'll be on at 7:45. I can get on 15 minutes early.
Okay, period. I'll be in there at like 8:15.
That's a little late. Please don't. Thank you, Tay. I tried my best, but
Hey, Dot,
it
why are you
actually came
going
out pretty well.
insane? I thought
She
you
said she had to pull over.
I thought you were vacationing. There is no insanity on vacation.
Ladarius, no one cares about you being there at 9. Thank you, River. I share it to them as well. And I'll share it to the Discord. I don't know if anybody wants to do a Discord call and talk about how we're going to use all the power-ups, or if we just want to do it on live, because AK says do it in a call.
Type it out.
I ain't typing all that out. I think we got like 8 gloves.
8 gloves?
My agent has 3. Casey has 3. Kaylee has 1, and Lake has 1.
I can't wait to throw roses on your gloves.
No. Don't mess it up, goddammit. River says, MJ, peep the message she sent you real quick.
You're probably gonna be how much between now and Christmas. Consider it early as I'll talk really.
Those calling bells are calling time to spread the cheer.
Yes. We'll throw one at last 30 and whoever has the missed at last 30, Tay.
Did you make me a video?
Hey, Amber, here's our jolly plan. Let's tell it snows.
River, what'd you do?
If Uni would shut up! Listen, K-Dot. You're talking about it's something in the air. Okay, let me start it again.
Those calling bells are calling time to spread the cheer. We're bringing rhythm to your ear. MJ and Amber, here's our jolly plan. Let's tell it snows.
You made us a custom song? I love that for us. All right, Uni.
That's how bored she be, laid up in bed.
Better leave her alone. Better leave her alone. She gonna come for you.
Darius Albert, you gonna get an Uber.
Not the Uber. Hey, those are free over here.
They really are.
And they're fast. Hot and ready like Little Caesars. All right. I'm leaving.
Okay, bye. I'll be live in an hour, everyone.